privilege and a pleasure to bring you all of the action in this best of 5 training rounds. Map 1, round 1 underway.
All right, let's get it on. Let us know in the chat who you want to win. Let us know in the crowd. It's Ghost versus TOX training grounds.
I'm pretty sure the crowd here, at least, Vamos Ghost Gaming, if you will. The Ghost chant, even in Atlanta here, definitely siding with the Mexican squad. As Mental, he's going to start things off with a double, though, and he's just going to try and slow down any momentum early on there.
Yep, going to come in there and grab a big double kill. And now you're going to see TOX have a 2-to-1 hill advantage, and they're already on the home hill of Ghost Gaming. Ghost Gaming did choose to spawn up. That was a great flash grenade on top of that hill. They're able to pick up one, and the second kill is going to be there as well.
And again, remember, it's worth just reiterating, in the early rounds, the respawns are at their highest, different to what you're used to with Gears of War. The exact opposite, actually, is the game progresses, the respawn timer gets lower. So a very real chance there for Fox to try and go for the trick cap. Not
that can't happen.
2 explosive makes it 3 as Dezo falls, and now you're at the point
he was surrounded by 3.
Not even spawning up.
He was surrounded by 3, and that just makes Mental that deadly. It's a reason why he was your Season 1 MVP in Gears 4. All of it, just a clutch factor for him. And now you got TOX looking to get round number 1, and Ghost tried to get to the hill but can't get it. Now Benson, we talked a lot, we've seen a lot of the weapon placement and the strategy around that all weekend long. Let's see what is going to be our first placement. It's going to be, our first pick is going to be on the side of TOX Gaming. Now we know Ghost Gaming loves to give that utility with the smoke right away.
Don't forget, you spoke to Ashes, and he was trying to tell you the importance of winning that first round to set the tempo, set the pace. Will Ghost go to what they've done all tournament long?
Yes.
They will.
Oh.
Or will they?
Okay, they're going to go.
Change it up.
You know what? I'm not going to be upset with that one, because when you do win the first round in Gears 5 escalation, you can set the pace. So sometimes you have to mirror your opponent right there off the rip, especially unless you're going to be fearful of one of their placements. Like if you know they have a talented sniper or the Marksa, kind of how we saw Reciprocity play earlier, putting that Marks on the center line so Ghost couldn't get their strengths. But both these teams respected each other so far.
Well, it's a good start in round 1 by TOX. A couple of lives depleted on the side of the Latin American Ghost team. Explosive's going to be pushing around the outside, but it's a better start here. 3 players of TOX full. Summons and Mental, the only 2 up. And a team kill does actually come through, but already
that quickly.
Trip cap domination being
Sleeper has a big 1v1, and he gets it.
Nice win.
Ghost Gaming with the quick rebuttal.
Instant response. That was a 40-second round.
And that's how you got to do it, especially when after gaming, especially when TOX Gaming gets that first one. I'm so used to seeing these boys in green. We didn't cast it too many grand finals with them in it wearing green. Rest in peace.
It is strange, but the name may be, dead for the squad, but the dynasty, definitely not. The accolades still there, as you heard Mental say himself. He's looking to continue where they left off, really cement that legacy, cement the dynasty. And winning Gears 5 in the first event could definitely cement that.
Ghost Gaming, they're doing a great job with that weapon placement. You got to kind of counteract. You got to mirror match them up until this point, because the shot grenades are so powerful. And I will say that, you know what? They could be one of the best power weapons on this map, especially when you guard that B hill. You can see that little archway that these players are about to run through to get to those stairs. All you gotta do is shock that location, and they cannot get to that hill.
Just like that, you mean? Just
exactly like that. Now, TOX made it in. They got 2 players to make it in. Ghost made it to top U, but Ghost is trying to get a pinch.
Well, TOX with a good start. I actually want to send it over now to a listening with TOX Gaming.
One shot on me. They're owing from B side. From B side. OE, just OE. Last 3 AB. These kids are out of shocks, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, they're rowing.
On the end, Alex. On the end. I'm gonna sit on the hill, shoot for you guys. Give me 2 seconds, guys. 2 seconds. The back!
Still hurt.
No, he dies. There's 3 there, boys. They're hurt. I'm shooting monkeys.
I'm dead.
I can build.
Yeah, just take this one off.
Go to B. I spotted up.
Yeah.
Okay, have fun.
Damn, he was hiding.
Don't worry about it.
Man, still had 3
Guys,
though.
guys, what we're doing wrong is we're like not letting.
Well, you saw TOX there making the decision not to respawn in, valuing their life. Again, another new addition here to Gears 5.
Man, Ashes was about to drop some intel on us. He was about to do my job and say, all right, guys, what we did wrong right there. Well, but I am going to tell you guys, Ghost had a great initial, some good shocks off the start as well to get towards that B hill. But most importantly, they got that U area up top at the overlook. So they were able to get up in there and grab some kills.
This could be key in terms of weapon placement, because up until now, it's been a mirror match from both teams. Ghosts go back to what they want.
Oh, okay.
Moxa will be placed and over towards the B hill. That was Optic Gaming's choice. Now the fight is it's gonna be a big fight now.
TOX is respecting them. They respect him when they said, okay, well, you went for the front spawn smoke. We're going to go for taking your marks away from you. But we see how Ghost decided to wait till their second round win. Well, my fault, their first round win to decide to give Identities that smoke. Well, sorry, never mind, Monkeys that smoke. So he's telling Monkeys, hey, smoke it, flash it for me while I go in there and try to fight it B.
And the key difference here in this round, as opposed to previously in the tournament against Reciprocities, you actually have shocks. Both sides have those shock grenades. So that front spawn stun may not have as big of an effect. It still, of course, will have an effect, but by no means the same size as Monkeys is going to shut down Mental. He's looking for one more. Can he find the kill? He's managed to get some good damage, and Solar's falls. Number 3 is right in front of him. Monkeys feeling himself. Summons shut down as well. Ghost, they're not slowing down. Monkeys even hungrier for more, but he does slow it down a little bit. Retreat to his team, and Ghost Gaming with a 2-1 hill advantage.
Actually, I'm just start calling him Wukong after that play. Get up in there, get a good 3-piece, get his team position at the overlook. Now, the Ghost has 3 players in position. Curious to see how our defending champions of Gears 4 is going to be deciding that they want to break this hill. They may go for a home hill push. They can also kind of flank under overlook if they want to, but Ghost does have players in position. So let's see what TOX wants to do to try to break this one.
The problem is it's that man again, Sleefer, who has the marks available, and he's going to be locking down pretty much anywhere he wants on the map. So if you want to play for home hills, well, he's going to be ready and waiting to tag you up.
I like how he came down to watch the middle area of the map. You got Identities to the right, watching the home hill lane, and now you have 3 players ready to push this B hill.
And that's so smart, right? So smart. Sniff out the information, rotate your main power weapon currently, which is, of course, the marks with Sleep.
He has all the vision in the world. He's ready to get back to the home hill, defend the B hill. They can't see where the push is coming from. TOX, they have not that much time, 30 seconds. The strat is coming through, but Dezo's ready for it. TOX have not found an opening just yet. Praise trying to get through and use that movement, but the shot's too strong from Desonite.
Does end up falling, though, but here come the reinforcements, and it doesn't look like TOX are going to be able to break through. 15 seconds left. Explosive is trying to OE.
One shot.
But Sleefer's hunted him down, tags him up again. And there will be no more time for TOX. And the one thing I love this round from Ghost Gaming, guys, they show you the difference in pace. At the beginning of the round, they're quick, they're fast, they're flying in the faces of TOX. When they get the setup they require, when they get Sleefer with the marks that they pull away, they're happy to just build that point lead on a 2-1 hill advantage.
Now, you know, Ghost was respecting TOX on the weapon placements to start. They were mirror matching them, but then when Ghost won that round, TOX decided not to mirror match them. So that's how the marks get on the map, but rightfully so. They're respecting the talented marks of players of Monkey, Sleefer, and Identities on that squad. A triple threat with that precision rifle. But now we're going to start to see some flash grenades go down low for the pick of Ghost. Now TOX is looking to hover the same placement and match that one, and that's exactly what they're going to do.
So you just got to remember, the only difference now, of course, is going to be your front spawn with extra utility on the side of Ghost, because TOX decided to put
and it's not the it's going to be the second spawn. Yes, it's going to be actually no. You're right. It is going to be Identities. You guys can take a look at the left-hand side of your screen when we come back. You'll see that nade above his name, so he will be able to throw that one for himself. And there, Monkeys was picking up the shocks in the back end. That's what was happening. So Identis does have his. The shock in the back. Chaos is in the middle of chaos, and he tries to go to the back of the shock to try to stay alive there.
Look at the zoning there that the Shocks have. It forces a pretty scrappy fight, one which TOX just have the numerical advantage in, so they're going to be able to take the early initial, and the B hill will be claimed as theirs. They'll start to build a point lead. Of course, the difference between Gears 4 and Gears 5 is 2 to 1 points, as opposed to the 1.5 ratio of last year. So first to 250 overall per round, no longer 210.
So we saw TOX try to break Ghost Gaming in this setup, but now on the flip end, TOX has the same setup that Ghost had the previous round, but Ghost was quicker on their reaction on the other end of the map, and they got right to TOX's home hill and says, you know what, you can have B, but look at the pressure. They says, we're gonna get this home hill setup, and we're gonna have to force you guys to make some difficult decisions again.
And I will say the home hill setup is so tough to break on training grounds. Just because of where, especially on the first side, because of just the angles that are available when you're defending that home hill. And you'll see Explosives trying to land some shots. There's one connected on Identives, but his teammates don't have license to push yet.
Yeah, but look how they're all stacked over there. They says, hey, you can stay there, and he's gonna mark him back, says, what's up, shoot at me again. And you see it here as the game starts to slow down. One thing about what makes both these teams great, the pushes. Oh, they're grouping up. 3 players in the back. They says, no, not this way. Try again.
He's not going to be able to have much success at all. He thought about pushing. His teammate was there to revive.
This is kind of like Foundation.
The problem is now that the extra utility, which Ghost are going to be able to draw back over towards this fight. TOX have to be careful. A flank could come through, and I'm talking about the utility. There's the stun. It's perfect. It connects with summons, but no one wants to push just yet. For now, Ghosts have TOX right where they want them, and more importantly, Guy, they're building a point lead as well.
They're trying to TOX fighting for inches. They're gonna get a kill. The revive comes through. Ghost spread out just a little bit too much. They had a great setup towards the back, but Monkey's kind of, I think he had to go help the front lines at the stairs, and TOX, they found the right angle to make it there towards the back, and Explosives have not moved from this overlook, and you see he's just tagging up the members of Ghost, giving his team the info, becoming a puppet master, and just leading them to victory at their opponent's home hill.
The problem that Ghost had is they didn't send anyone over towards B off spawn. They all flew back towards the home hill, so even if they do somehow, some way win this fight, it may not mean much at all, because TOX have taken the lead, 210-204, 2-1 hill advantage for them, but Muxy, he's trying to OE, he's trying to put pressure on TOX's home hill.
This B hill fight is going to be crucial. Explosives backs up into position. He connects with a great shot there, 2-shot down. Sleaford managed to get a kill, and he decapped B, but the C hill is not decapped, and that is going to be a TOX round.
Yes, it will. TOX keeping it close, not letting Ghost run away with the first half.
When we saw TOX trying to break their home hill, that fight reminded me so much of the second half home hills on Foundation, Fountains and Welding. That's a hill that is very, very difficult to break, but when you do find yourselves in those situations, typically the main play is to go towards the neutral hill, spread out the lane in the mid-map, and force your opponents to have to spread their defenses as well with uncertainty of where your team is starting to push from. Explosives should have been able to call out, hey, you got 4 guys stacked there, just run right past them. Run right past them towards their home hill. I'll let you know how many transition, I'll let you know the exact hill in which you can rush.
In terms of weapon placement, it was instant mirror match, drop shot for both. Now, what effect will that have over towards that skirmish at the B hill? A lot of extra utility still available. Of course, all lives reset at the end of this round, the final round of the first half. Our respawn delay at its lowest. And more importantly, in terms of the respawns available, it's been really good management from pretty much everyone in the game. The lowest currently is Dezo at 3. So you expect everyone to use all of their resources as solars. He's been so good with drop all tournament long. He finds an opening pick on towards Chaos. Monkeys is going to fall as well.
2 down for TOX.
TOX looking to tie things up.
Praise got saved.
And that's going to be a revive as well. Not looking good for Ghost off the first initial.
Man, you know, we saw that angle from the overlook, but TOX had multiple players down on that engagement, but Ghost could not capitalize. Now you have to ask yourself sometimes, when you get those downs, yeah, you can kind of go for the chain revive and just try to down them all out. But right there, sometimes you got to just clean up the kill. Clean up the kill, at least one of them, take your advantage, and then once you have that man advantage, then you can go on and start being just a little bit more aggressive.
All stuns out, but it's not going to matter too much as Ghost Gaming look to just fly over towards TOX's home hill. The reinforcements defensively were there, and there's still a 2v1. Finally, TOX is going to win it. And with Identives as last man up, he's got to do some defensive duty. Good stun from him. He looks to try and chase the kill, but he's being peppered from here, there,
got some help,
everywhere. He does go down. Chaos there to trade, but Explosive is just popping off on Ghost's home hill. Finally, he falls. But again, 60 seconds now until TOX tie things up.
Okay, TOX. Mental with the defense on their home hill. Solars realizes that that's not going to be the angle he needs to take. Dezo is in a great position. He's getting numbers for his team, trying to get some marks for him as well. Big 1v1 here for Identives, and he gets it. Chooses to revive his teammate first. I like the play. Gonna call out for that cleanup on the kill, but he missed the intel. Oh, he gets out though with his life.
The big thing to consider here is lives are getting low here for Ghost Gaming. Dezo's at his final life, as Identives is still gonna try and push around the outside of B. The trick cap domination is this around. Ghost can steal from underneath TOX's nose. Someone's isn't gonna be able to touch it. His Solar's gonna get over while he jumps and instantly met
Triple
by the
cap it, triple cap it. Oh, they couldn't get it.
TOX break the home hill, but is the damage done? COG team will win in 40 seconds.
That's a lot of time.
Will that stay the same after the home hill is capped? You assume it will. Ghost in the driving seat here in the final round of the first half.
TOX, one player is gonna fall. Chaos has a new drop shot. Well, let's see if he's kind of honed his aim a little bit from that last series. They made it out alive, but Chaos had missed some crucial drops.
15 seconds.
All he has to do is defend this. That's all he has to do.
Maybe.
Patient. He's going to back up on some distance.
You have a teammate far pushed up. That's going to be Dezo. Someone does find an opening against Identives. Now you're at the point though where you can just
look
win
at just look at the hill. Just look at the hill.
Should be free kill. Solars goes down. Has he done enough? Yes, he has. And Ghost will go into the first half of map 1 up 4-2.
He took a little bit of damage from that drop as well.
I got scared.
Yo, right?
I was like, not like
I was like, how? You know, he had shot it, and by the time, you know, it dropped out the air, he had up 8 around the wall and took a little bit of splash damage from it, but it worked out. For a second, I thought he was just moving around too much, because all you got to do is just stare at the hill.
Right.
Just stare at the hill with the drop and just wait for it, you know? You don't got to do too much.
Again, I want to reiterate, another big change from Gears 4 to Gears 5 is every weapon placed on the map will stay even throughout the second half. So our map stays painted the same. We're still yet to see both teams use their locks.
The only difference between both sides in weapon placements is that Identives is spawning with the extra grenade.
Yep.
So only 2 players on the side of TOX are spawning with grenades, and then the Marksa is in the middle.
Besides that, everything else has been mirrored. As, again, the respawns back up to their highest in the first round of the second half, and opening for TOX as Chaos and Identities both fall. Sleefer looking to be a nuisance around our new mid-neutral, our E-hill. Sleefer, will he be able to find the pick? No, he won't. It's Summons that shuts him down. Dezo trying to put some support fire down, not gonna do the job. So TOX, at least in the first round here, with a bit of an advantage.
So in our second half, as you see, these hills have swapped, and now you can also see the weapon respawn timers on your screen next to those respective weapons. Now, so on both home hills, there will be a drop. So that's going to be hard for both teams to break, especially closer to those respawns. Nice precision shots there from Mental. You can kind of see how much of a power weapon that Marksa really is in Gears 5, especially you guys saw some great plays throughout the weekend with it.
It's so strong. Dezo did well just to decap, but paid the ultimate price of his life. Mental was able to clean him up, and Mental's found another kill. That's Monksies that will fall. A trick cap for TOX inbound. The Ghosts even want to try and contest E. Well, they will break the hill just in the nick of time. D has also been broken. Sleeper will fall. Praised is running through Ghost Gaming.
5 dead.
And that is the round.
gonna win off an elimination, wiping all players off the map, and they chose not to respawn. And that's also one thing that you got to take into account too as well. Even if a team wants to respawn in, they also have respawn timers.
Yeah.
So even if you
long
timers, right? So if you do kill them at the same time, like you can technically get a 5-piece right away and win.
Yep.
But you just have to be aggressive.
It's going to be TOX on their first weapon placement, and they're going to reduce the timer of their own drop shot. Now I'm curious to see how Ghosts respond.
Also, that could be a strategy.
They're just going to straight out disable it. Interesting.
You know what? I like it. And because,
Why?
especially with Ghosts being up 4-3, this is a round in which they can steal and go up 5-3.
Further advantage.
Exactly.
Himself 5-3.
And also as well, they know that TOX is probably going to disable their drop on the next round. They pretty much have to. And then that would give Ghost an extra placement to do something else. Maybe level up those flashes down low.
It sounds good, but you got to make sure you use your drop well and effectively. Mental is essentially trapped, and Monkeys is waiting just to kind of angle out with the drop shot, see if he can try and find a freebie. Still hasn't fired anything out. He's going to track back and cap his home hill. Meanwhile, all the other hills are being capped up. You still have drop shot. Mental trying to scurry back to D. E is being contested, though, and it's Summons that wins the fight. Sleeper falls.
That's what he does best. We've always saw Summons extending the rounds for this roster back in Gears 4. Whenever they was in trouble, Summons was that last defense.
He was clutch.
He really was every single time.
Something a good map as well. 21 elims, I believe, as it stands. Mental will find number 20 himself. 12 deaths. As he just seems to be trapped, like, just in a corner, really, with nowhere to go. Trip Cap's coming through. Sleeper has to win the 1v1. It Summons again. He goes down.
2 shot down.
Summons being such a nuisance. As you even see him as he's capping the hill, still putting damage down.
And so the new marks was acquired, and I do believe it was passed off to Monkey. So he's going to have that towards the back line, watching his home hill. I'm pretty sure he's going to transition after the fight. Destinai using that one drop shot his team had very effectively. Let's see what can Ghost do with the transition as well. They have a kill on the board. I want to see them use their numbers to get this E-hill, and now they're going to flood it. Trying to get the decap does not want to allow TOX to get any more points, but Dennis is going to sacrifice his life for that one. But they do have players in position to try to get this chain revive on downs.
And they get the hill. They get the hill, which is going to be crucial. Now they will win this round in 60 seconds as Chaos pushes forward.
I'm surprised he stayed alive.
Clean up explosive. Not sure if Solar's had the angle. Just give some support fire, but Chaos does drop eventually, and now TOX springing to life over towards E. Pressure is also coming through on Ghost's home hill. That has been defended for now. Meanwhile, on TOX's side, Identives is trying to spring into life.
The kill we just saw Chaos rush for.
This is big.
Oh,
it was
Praise
very
gets
big.
it. But yeah, the kill we saw Chaos rush for on explosives, he didn't have to do that. All he had to do was sit out with his Lancer. Sleeper had an angle as well. As soon as Summons would have tried to push to get that revive, they could have possibly got 2 there. And, you know, for our players who plan on competing competitively in Gears 5, you're going to have better judgment on which kills you want to spend time on cleaning up, because you go clean up some kills, you can be, you know, possibly coming out with 2 kills and putting some damage in on other players, because those guys cannot self-revive anymore in escalation.
Awesome. Good shots coming in from Mental. TOX will win this round in 35 seconds. It was a round that you mentioned. Ghost really do need to win based on the fact that weapon placement from the previous round, a lock on TOX's drop shot. Identives is going to fall, and Mental's having his way to 11-205. TOX will reclaim the mid-neutral hill. That win condition will stay in their favor. 20 seconds. Ghost Gaming.
Sleeper needs a headshot.
Gotta make a play.
And he's getting tagged up twice there.
Magnite.
Mental had the proper angle on the stairs, got him by a slither. But now, in the final moments of this round, TOX is gonna take it, and Ghost let that one slip by. They had a clear advantage with a drop shot on the map that TOX did not have. So now TOX can choose. They say, hey, do we wanna block their drop?
I would save it.
Yeah, right? Because you just won a round with them having it. So that's confidence enough. And I think that these guys are so good where they can make that gamble if they wanted to.
Yeah, I think they're thinking about it. I'm currently hovering the lock option.
Okay, they're gonna play it smart.
3 rounds. And now, you have your Ghost. You get to choose. What else do you need on the map? Extra utility, maybe?
Even if Ghost won the next 2 rounds, I do believe that, I was going to say they will be guaranteed. No. TOX will have to at least win one round. I was going to say if Ghost won the next 2 rounds, TOX would have the drop shot, at least one drop shot for one of those rounds because it's offset by one spawn on the disabled. So we'll see.
I will say, just a quick glance at the respawns. Not sure how influential this might be, but as is right now, Praised is down to 3, the lowest in the game. Kick things off on board with Chaos, though, as once again the fight towards the old B hill continues. And it looks like it's going to be TOX once again that come out. Oh. It's on top, or will they? Chaos almost found another, but Praise was there to shut him down.
That's one of those situations where he had made the right move where he backed up, and because he saw monkeys there, but when he went back in, he went into one-shot range. He didn't have to do that. He just had to do a little L trigger from distance, but now Monkeys wants to fight a 1v1 for control over this overlook, and he's gonna get it before reinforcements come through, but who's gonna make it there first is the question. TOX comes in with their pistols and lancers out, trying to get Monkeys down, but he has got his team position at the B hill, but now Ghost is trying to get up there towards the top U, and they will get one down.
It's a lot of pressure on that U side. The stun comes out. Is that enough to push? Identitus will fall. Can Chaos trade? For now, the answer to that is no. But again, more support coming this time. It's going to be Dezo. TOX trying to keep their spacing. The fight continuing. D and E currently controlled by Ghost. There's no way as of right now
only
that
2 shots.
Secret Man.
I was going to say only 2 shots in Chaos's shotgun. That's something I've been trying to pay attention to more as well. Some of these players in these key engagements not hitting their active reloads.
Yep.
Because
if perfect. You got to be perfect, guy.
And if you hit a perfect active reload, you will get a full clip. But if you do land in the gray area of it, you will only get 3 shots into your shotgun. So you have to be careful. But it makes active reloads important in shotgun fights.
Monkeys could be in trouble. He was isolated there, and in fact, Solas will shut him down. Really trapped in by the TOX players, and well, you see on your screen, Ghosts are going to win this in 60 seconds. But TOX, for them, 60 seconds is a lot of time. They will finally cut their home hill, so now the question, how are they going to break Ghosts' setup? It's good so far, but they need to win this round, in my opinion, guy. They have to win this round.
Sleeper has to be careful because Mental has all the angles at the overlook position.
And that's been such a problem. He's been so annoying for Ghost to deal with the past 3-4 rounds.
When it comes down to advantages so far, Monkeys has a Retro Lancer and Mental has that Marks. You see Explosives trying to find an angle into this E-Hill to try to get a decap so that TOX can get some points.
I love it. Dezo says, you know what? Ignore Mental. I'm going to try and keep the pressure on, push TOX's home hill. There should be no one that can realistically deal with it, and if they can keep control of E, somehow a trip cap domination may even come through.
That Retro Lancer is going to force that player down. I like the moves there. Just hop in the hill. That's going to force that player out of that power position with the height advantage because you know he has to come down and fight you. And Dezo knew he was going to get at least one 1v1 for the bread in this round, and he took care of it.
That was brilliant decision-making from Dezo. He was bottom middle, and he had a choice. Do I push over towards the E hill, or do I fly straight at TOX's home hill? He picks correctly, puts pressure on that side of the map, and TOX fall apart in that round. 5-4, advantage Ghost. We still have drop shot locked for 1 round on the side of TOX, 2 on the side of Ghost. And it will be Ghost picking first here on weapon placement.
Oh, they chose to change their retro into a sniper rifle. This is
deal with Mental. Deal with Mental. It's been 4 rounds now where he's been top U with that retro, with the Marks, just being annoying, landing damage.
So now, the way that this map is laid out, if Ghost finds themselves in a difficult position where they do lose control over that overlook, they have a sniper to deal with that Marks of suppression, especially if they want to just play the other side of the map. Also, on the flip end, you got TOX. They got 2 shot grenades to force these players out of that range area and off of that hill. So, a lot of utility for both teams. Let's see how they want to use it in this round.
Round already underway, and again, it seems like it's TOX that have the advantage.
Monkeys needs to get in the mix. He needs to do something.
Looks like he was trying to hit a delayed pinch. Mental is down, as is Dezo. In fact, all of Ghost struggling a little bit. Chaos the last man, but he's picked between 3. TOX keep their distance, and they shut down the initial push of Ghost.
So you saw it, first off, beautiful angle right there from our observers, because you saw a 4v3 situation, even though it was a 4v4 on your screen, but Monkeys, for most of that engagement, was not shooting.
What a shot grenade. What a shot grenade.
Blocked the hop over.
Someone's basically trying to just take control of the game himself. He found 3, couldn't get lucky number 4. Dezo stops the bleeding.
Oh, he stays alive, but he's moving a lot.
If you're Ghost, you concede this round. You don't even spawn in. And that's the decision they make. They don't want to waste any resources as TOX tie it up 5-5.
Let's see, what does Ghost want to do? 5-5 on the board. TOX is going to have our first pick. When it comes down to the lives remaining, all these players have a good amount. They've been doing a good job ecoing and not forcing these rounds.
But remember, in this round, TOX's drop shot becomes available.
And you know that these boys are talented with it. They're going to definitely use that advantage. Ghost, their block was great. Their disable was great, sorry. When they used it about 3 rounds ago, exactly from this point. But they did not make good use of it. You know, they end up getting, I want to say, about 2 or 3 drops in that round, and could not make anything happen for it. And TOX end up beating them off a point. So TOX get to show them what to do, having his drop, and Ghost not having it.
Pistols for Identives will be Ghost's choice. 12-second respawns now, as the game truly has been back and forth. 5-5 the score.
We're in for a long ride.
It's gonna be long. Yeah, if you haven't done already, get your popcorn buckled down.
This is just map number 1.
Yeah, this is map number 1.
Let's get it.
We could have 5 of these bad boys. It's all tied up. And as I said, the important part of this round is
Ghost choosing not to fight
is available. And I think that may be part of the reason, guy.
Okay, so they didn't want to go in. They're going to give up that Marksa. The sniper's in the hand of Sleeper on the other end of the map. Let's see, how does TOX want to play this round? They're going to be capping their home hill. They got 2 players in a position on the east side of the map at the firing range.
Praise is going to fall. It's Identives that cleans them up. Ghost trying to lock in that mid-neutral E hill. They will, so that's 2-to-1 hill advantage. Of course, you win this round for either TOX or Ghost. You put yourself at map point. The lead's starting to build for Ghost.
And so as we've seen, TOX is choosing not to use his drop shot just yet. They're going to have this position in overlook. You can kind of see from the X-rays, 4 players of Ghost on your screen. They're sitting back towards that east side of the map.
But remember, Mental has to respect the sniper of Identives, right? That was why Ghost put that sniper rifle on the map in the first place. If he peeks, Identives is a player who can hit shots.
That's a headshot. I challenge it. I like peek.
Try me.
You know? Especially you can't for at least 2 seconds, because you know until you get his health back.
Meanwhile, the fight down low, Monkeys takes advantage of Mental pre-aiming over towards the sniper rifle of Identives.
You can kind of shoot that. Monkeys knows it too as well. Well, Solars with the beautiful play. He recognized that as his teammates was trying to down Monkeys, that Identities was going to take a shot, and he caught him slipping. Also at the same time, Mental still harassing with that Marks at the top of Overlook. 2 hill advantage for Ghosts. They have a good lead, but now TOX is playing for the trip cap.
Yep, and they swarm and they choke out Ghost Gaming's home hill. D's being capped up, pressure over towards
Sleeper.
Sleeper somehow got himself a miracle double kill, which will slow down the
3v3.
push. Now also consider the score, 182-99. As is, Ghosts will still win this round. TOX either need a decap on E, or of course the trip cap, or the brand new win condition, wipe everybody off the map.
Praised Chaos Identities have 2 respawns remaining. Summons is going to be able to have his drop shot for TOX.
He's been so good with it as well.
TOX looking to make the play, looking to make the comeback in this round. Ghost been playing for points, but now TOX is about to make a push to decap this E-hill and to win this round. Let's see what they can do with this drop shot.
The problem Ghosts have right now is there's no one in a position to overextend anywhere. So if TOX put the pressure on towards E, they are going to have to take this fight. They've set up to defend. You have one push you need to survive. Monkeys will shut down Praise, but here flies TOX. Someone's thinking about just putting the pressure on the hill. Will he get there? He gets downed. 33, 200. He will touch the hill. It's going to start the decap, forces Dezo out of position. He should be able to clean that up. And once again, the cap will come through, but TOX defend their home hill. When the hill is capped, COG team will still win.
I don't know if anybody's close.
In control.
Is somebody close to that hill?
Yes. 1 player. 2 players.
That headshot was so clutch. That headshot was so clutch, Ben. The precision. If they don't get that headshot right there, that's probably a ghost round. I ain't seen him look like that in a while. He had to wipe the sweat off his palms. He says, hold up.
Wow.
Look at Mental.
Watch this.
Ooh.
The clean headshot on Monkeys. And the rest.
You know he's sitting there. You got to be aware of that.
Advantage TOX 6-5. This round, we will see Ghost drop shot available. The difference in the drop shots as is right now is the respawn delay. For TOX, theirs is at half. I'm curious to see if Ghost want to match that. You would assume so.
So also, I realized too that Ghost gave themselves a pistol. They gave them an option to cycle through the three main pistols that we use in Gears Esports. That's going to be the Snub, the Talent, and the Botox. When you die, you have an option to load out with a different pistol. Also, if you have a grenade attached, you have the option to cycle through that as well.
Explosive 37 and 15. The big deciding factor this round could be praised down to 2 respawns. We have Identifs and Chaos both at 3. If you can isolate Praise in a fight, you can find yourself an advantage. Maybe it's the sniper rifle from Sleeper. Whatever it is, could be huge. But look at this. Explosive, he's just gone straight through bottom mid. He could set up a very quick flank. Is Sleeper even going to realize it? That's the question.
Walk it out, walk it out, walk it out. Oh, he got the headshot though on Summons. So it was a trade, but he does give up the snipe.
He gets, and more importantly, Explosive gets the snipe himself. So TOX, very much so, in the driver's seat here, putting themselves at map point. They win this, they go 1-0 up. Mental, there you go.
He says, there you go, Duo. Take your favorite weapon. 3 shots, what can Mental do with it? 2 left in the clip. A lot of players trying to scurry back towards a safe area. He's gonna miss that one, only 1 bullet left. Ghost needs to make a decision on where do they want to play next.
Ghost has time, Ghost has time.
And that's the beauty about escalation. It's just that you don't have to rush it, especially in this early game. You can take time, make some decisions, and rotate.
And more importantly, you can wait for your new drop shot to come up, right? You have 15 seconds. Both drops will be back up. And that's what Ghost are more than likely going to be waiting for. Sniper rifle.
Mental has 1 shot left, too. I don't know if he has an angle on that drop. If he can prevent him from getting it. You see him over there at the F hill. He may take a look. Oh, Dezo says, hold up, you're moving around too much there.
Just give him a little love tap.
Ooh, he can barely come out of cover without taking some damage.
But whilst all this delay and slowing of the tempo comes through, TOX are building a bigger and bigger lead. 140 to 65. They do still control 2 hills, so the lead is only going to get bigger. 50 seconds. Ghosts have to make the play, and the play is coming in now at E, the decap. Do they want to try and force the fight? Mental has to hit the shot, but needs to be careful. Now a couple of kills in for Ghost. Mental still being tagged up, scurries away. E will be conceded, but Ghost, I don't even think they want to cap it just yet. They really want to try and find the kill, but you fly straight into Mental, who shuts down Monkeys. Dezo drops as well. Maybe Ghost Gaming a little too greedy, and
he hit that,
making him pay.
And now you see the defense there by TOX. Beautiful strategy by those guys. They're gonna clean up these kills. The F hill gets capped, the E hill's on the board, and TOX is gonna take map number 1 of your grand finals.
It was well fought, map 1. TOX win 3 in a row to close out the first map. And again, you could argue there, Ghost maybe getting just a little greedy. Chance to just cap the mid-neutral hill instead.
And just slow it down one more time.
Straight through you. Right idea, just unfortunately didn't work out. It's TOX, as they have been all throughout Gears Esports in the driver's seat of the final. We'll be back after this with Game 2.
Nice, good shit, boys. Way to
Shit,
take the pace.
easy, man.
Mira, cabrones!
Vamos. Esto lo ganamos.
Good shot, though.
Good shit, Brian.
That shit was target practice. Target practice.
You know, playing around his marks, trying to keep it out of their hands, trying to make them fight for it along the center line of the map. So this first round is going to be crucial because both teams have studied each other, and I can't wait to see what the placements are going to look like.
And both teams want to set the tempo as well in terms of weapon placement. We see just how important it truly is in Gears 5. But round number 1 of map 2 of the grand final underway. And we're going to start off on board with Sleeper. He had a good map 1. As did, to be fair, most of Ghost Gaming. Just not able to get the job done.
Not able to. You see this aggression.
Oh, he's going for it.
TOX, they tried to get there. They're putting all this pressure they have all this pressure on the TOX home hill. Ghosts have 3 members there. They're trying to cap it, but B is all under control of TOX.
Yep.
They know the hill is there. They're not worried. They're just trying to play for these kills, but Ghosts have gotten exactly what they wanted in a home hill setup. They're going to have to be careful of that blue room above them. You know, we also call that area the host spot. You see that window. It can look down and put some shots on them. So TOX is going to have some decisions. They finally cap B. Now, knowing that 3 members are on this side of the map, they can push across. Mental just got a kill, so they know they have the man advantage.
That's what he's doing. Mental now going to try and put some pressure over towards A. The problem for Ghost Gaming is they've also lost control of C, so it makes this following engagement so important, but a flank comes through. It's explosives there to help Mental, and just when you thought TOX had no control, they show you they do. Chaos saves the day, but only briefly, because TOX are capping up the home hill of Ghost Gaming, and they will secure round 1. You thought it was all Ghosts. You thought they were in the driving seat. Oh, no.
So Ghost Gaming said, you know, we don't want the cinema fight. You guys can have that. We're going to try something tricky. We're going to go for your home hill. They succeeded. But when the call-out started to come out and they saw TOX pushing across mid-map, trying to get to their home hill, their numbers got spread too thin. They got caught in a trap as they were trying to rotate back to their home. They got caught by a guy in middle. But in turn, what they probably actually should have did is when they noticed the rotation, they should have rotated through their opponent's spawn and tried to flank the B hill like TOX did to them.
I want to point out, TOX were thinking there about placing something on the center line, whether it was going to be a almost pseudo marks of block or not. They decide against it.
They took Ghost Strap.
Go over for nades, and Ghost will, of course, do exactly that. Identives will be the player, I believe, that actually has the nades. Again, giving it to your front spawn. Everyone still with all 5 respawns available, heading into round number 2. However, it is TOX with the advantage.
All the maps are going to have a unique starting loadout, and it's going to be different for every team that plays on it. Because on a map like we saw today on Forge Blitz, your front spawn really does not need a nade. Because just based off of how that up top fight is played, one of your lower spawns can throw that flash for you. So, you know, on a map like that, you don't necessarily have to take it. But here, and you can see that TOX have done their homework on how Ghost Gaming has been playing it. They says, you know what, let's play it safe. Let's not put ourselves behind in the early game, because we watch Ghost destroy Reciprocity because Reciprocity made that mistake putting Boom at Cinema early on.
TOX, so far in round 2, have just ran through Ghosts. It's a wolf pack mentality which has paid off. 2 kills already over towards the B hill. At least for Ghosts, they are able to re-establish some control over towards their own home hill, which is going to be C. And they've had to stack it in terms of their resources. 3 players off spawn flying there. TOX comfortable now. A 2-to-1 hill advantage. They're going to start building himself a bigger lead, as is 80-59 advantage.
I could tell Mental wanted to flank that spot. He was like, you guys want to push? You guys want to push? And somebody called him off. He's like, oh, come on, we could have did that. But that type of hesitation, you got to respect the call out when it comes through, because if anybody hesitates on your team, then you could either miss out on a domination, or your team can find themselves in a difficult position where they may have blew a critical opportunity.
Now it comes down to Ghost. They're going to have to make a play to try and break the TOX setup. Solars with 2 down low. Mental will open up with a pick against Identity, so that's only going to help and aid TOX on their defensive duties. And curious to see if Ghosts even want to go for it. They do. Dezo catches Solars out. Now, as he tries to find anyone else, there's no one there, unfortunately. Teammate has fallen, and they still don't have control of B.
I would say that as soon as Solar saw Idenaz die, he should have rolled back immediately, but he was a little bit too overzealous. Maybe he thought his teammates were going to try to push up and kill those remaining 2 players, but they finally do make this it's currently a 3v4 in favor of TOX. 2 more Ghost players are about to spawn soon.
No, they're not.
Or are they? Let's see.
They're not going to spawn. Chaos hasn't spawned.
Dezo is going to hold it. Sleeper is going to hold it. They are not.
There's no point. Look at the score as it was there, 230 to 139. You need a miracle play. Your teammates aren't in a position to do anything. You have to turn that into an economy round towards the end. You do not want to blow away too many resources, too many respawns in just round 2, because that was a round where, in terms of slaying, TOX did a lot. Ghost not so much.
I'm still waiting to see that exact same situation, but the 2 players that's left in the 2v4 clutch up.
I mean, it might happen.
Yeah, it's going to happen eventually. You know, we just haven't seen it yet.
It's just so unlikely and so against the odds that even if they did, it's still almost better to just save those respawns just in case.
Well, no, yeah, they can still save it, but you know, when you just make the decision to save it, there's going to be a few players still alive, and those players can do something spectacular. So we will see the marks that get placed, but Ghost, they love it in this position. The bandstand area, they love fighting for the marks down here. So they're going to be happy with that, and they're going to get an extra set of flashes to fight in that area of the map.
I'm saying it's almost a little bit of an advantage for them, because I think that's where they would have preferred to put marks if they had to themselves. So they get one weapon placement ahead in their
Ghost should consider, they shouldn't consider that round too much of a loss, because in the end, in the weapon picks, it kind of paid off for them. But TOX can come out and slap them up.
Well, round number 3, we've already heard from TOX. Let's go to a listening with Ghost Game.
Dejé una stun ahí, por si la agarran. Qué buena estrategia.
Hay que pucharle balcón.
Voy contigo, voy contigo.
Se ripan.
Yo estoy guacho. Caí.
Hay otro más,
Ahí
cabrón.
llegó. Yo pensé que iba a saltar conmigo al mismo tiempo.
Ya van a matar a Slipper, no salgan.
Me sale.
Bueno. Está pegado.
Sí salimos. No, sí.
Tenemos 5 vidas, hay 3 de nosotros que tienen 5 vidas.
Yo salí, por eso salí.
Va a salir Dani.
No puedo salir ya.
¿Vas a salir o no?
Todos estamos saliendo, sí.
Sí, estamos saliendo.
Está bien.
Antonio,
Vamos, ¡ey, un putazo de la tierra!
Ustedes. Vamos.
Cayó.
Dele.
Estoy one shot.
Dele, loco. Billy one shot, hasta atrás.
Ahí los dos.
y uno más en medio.
Double down.
Páralo.
Vamos por este pendejo de pit.
Vamos, pucha, 4 muertos.
Voy a subir.
Tengo Marce, yo tengo Marce también.
Vayan a ver ustedes dos, nosotros vamos a su home. Yo voy por balcón. Ustedes, métanse a los kills.
Ten cuidado, güey.
Riponearon.
Quédate.
Atrás. Buena.
Vamos.
Well, as we're talking about saving respawns, a couple of TOX players there did use theirs towards the end, but I think it was their first respawn of the round, so it isn't even going to matter anyway. They're going to get it right back. Explosive basically saying, well, I'll see if you make a hero play. It's irrelevant whether I spawn in or not, so if you do make a hero play, I'll be there to back you up. But for Ghost, they get their first round win under the belt.
She calls this game Danny Phantom because it's going Ghost. I think she means identities. She's going to call him Danny Phantom. The man himself, representing Ghost Gaming.
Ghost have a pretty big advantage in terms of their home placements now. Of course, they are going to have those shocks. That's only going to help an assist for that fight down low.
Also, a drop can go there also if they choose to.
Oh, that's going to be their next pick.
Now,
You try and force the lock early.
they definitely can. So you have to ask yourself, does Ghost want to do that the next time and try to force that block from TOX? But if
But you
they
need to
do
win the
that,
round
TOX will have the flashes for that Marksa, and Ghost will have a difficult time in that fight. The shocks are very useful in this position. They can just start building up their secondary if they want to.
Definitely a lot of options, but
Ooh.
round 3.
He didn't see that one coming. And now
Underway.
Mental in a difficult spot. He picks up a kill, but he goes down as well. 3 members down of TOX. The A hill is decapped. They need their home hill as well.
Eventually. Well, there's the support for Ghost Gaming. The priority was the Marksa. They'll cap up B. Now they can track back over towards that home hill. They'll be able to take control and
Good transition.
2-to-1 hill advantage.
You see Identimus asking Sleeper, are you okay? Is anybody chasing? Now he's going to call out, hey, make the rotation. He says, hey, you just take this and defend this home hill by yourself. Oh, no. Not even that. Hey, let's switch positions. You go help them out. I'll lock this down. Go into your favorite spot with that Marksa.
Exactly that, right? This is where you've seen him dominate all tournament long. Just lands such good damage, and he's in a great position to rotate if necessary.
I'll tell you one thing as a player, I love when my teammates tell me to come get the weapon and I don't have to ask for it. I hit more shots that way. When they say, hey, come get this mark, so, oh, man, you think that highly of me? Man, give it here. I got you. I'll win us this round. Rather than saying, hey, give it to me.
It's that subconscious pressure, right? You ask for it, and then you don't pop off.
Yeah.
You're like, Teammate goes, yo, what happened? I thought you were going to pop off.
If you know your teammate is super good with that weapon, give it to him every single time, and I guarantee you he hits 15% more shots.
Oh, that sounds about right. We'll go with that percentage, but somehow, some way, TOX has snuck on towards the E hill, or sorry, the B hill. Praise is actually capping it up, and there's nothing Ghost can do about it. Praised with hit and run over towards the B hill.
Ooh.
Sleeper's being pushed. Support is going to be there. Support has to come. Explosive will go down, but there's two other players.
Ooh, good shot.
Push through, but again, more support.
Oh, you got to hit that L trigger. He has to steady up, but his teammates are still fighting, and he's ran too far away.
No, they got the down, so they should be okay. It was a scrappy fight. Absolutely, but they win it.
They should be able to get B now.
They still need to cap the hill. Praise in a position to try and slow that down, but the damage coming through from Sleeper as he tags him up again. Praise will take one down. You gotta be careful if you're the headshot is enough.
That 15% came in handy, Benson.
Thank you for the B hill. Ghost Gaming will be in control, but in come the stuns. TOX recognizing they need to apply pressure on B very, very quickly. There's already one down. Sleeper is going to be weak. He drops as well. Where's the extra support? It doesn't look like it's
comes
anywhere.
in hot.
Explosives with the double picked up, and unfortunately for Identives, he's going to be left dry. Or is he? Explosive with a team called Mental. He has to make up for a big mistake. He's going in to try and find two. Not going to get it. The A hill's being kept up, but so is the C hill. Ghost should be able to retake control of B.
This is a 1v2, and Praise says, hey, I'm gonna meet you first. I'm not gonna give you an opportunity to set up the play on me. Home hill is decapped, but TOX did spawn in, so they are gonna be rushing their home now. They have to just guard the two hills. They win in 20 seconds. But this 20 seconds gonna seem like forever.
This is gonna feel like a lifetime for TOX. They're a team who, when you put them in these situations, so often they do clutch up. Identities, is he gonna fail? No, he will not. Praise and Explosives both fall, and if he wants to, he can put pressure on A just to seal the deal, but he knows he doesn't even have to. Ghost Gaming tie things up. 2 rounds apiece.
Good job keeping it close early. And, you know, and that was the thing we kind of talked about on the desk.
Now, here's the interesting question for me, right? Now Ghost is going to go first in weapon placement. What do? Do they try and build up the second pillar of support weapons, or do they go straight for the drop shot, try and force out a lock early? Of course, as you so rightfully point out, you'll lose your shocks if that's the case. Or maybe they do something completely different.
They could go for the Botok, which would be a good one. You're going to have 1 round towards the half, so don't forget, round 6, nobody places any weapon, and those respawn timers go back up to 16 seconds. So they can choose to do something around then if they so pleased to. But even so, based off the pace of this map, having that Botok in a back pocket of one of these players is going to be so influential for these guys. And we talked a little bit about it before. Just having Sleeper on your team where everyone here respects them. All the pro players respect Ghost Gaming as a unit and how well they can use that Marksa. Just having those guys on your team is giving them an automatic weapon placement advantage.
Round 5 underway. On board with Explosives. Switch over towards Mental as the shock grenades come out. Is it enough to catch Sleeper out? No, it's not. Mental recognizing he can't stay up too long. Tagging up it's left and right. Dezo has to be careful.
It's a flank and a spawn of TOX.
You mean that one? Right down.
Yeah, Sleeper shooting those shots in the back.
Oh, he's being annoying, and now the help is there. They have 2 players of TOX completely pinned in, but Mental's just going to fight his way out. The support came in for TOX as well. And I don't think the trip cap is anything they have to worry about. Mental will secure A. Teammates disperse. They're going to look at maybe trying to push over towards the B side of the map.
They have to.
2-to-1 hill advantage will be locked in for TOX.
Can they make it in time?
It could be a trip cap. It could be a trip cap.
1v1 at the B hill.
Meanwhile, Mental putting down a lot of damage over towards the Ghost home hill, but he will respect Ghost Gaming. He's extremely weak, though. Can he get away with his life? Does go down. Is there anyone in a position to pick him up? Yes, there is. Explosives jump straight on the opportunity to pick up his teammate.
Okay, so TOX, they won the first 2 rounds, but have currently lost the last 2. They did get the Marksa on the map. Down low, it spawns up in 25 seconds. You still have members of TOX in that area. If I'm on Ghost Gaming, I want to make sure I get my home hill back, and I want to try to push out that bandstand area of the map before that Marksa comes up, so that way you can have an even advantage going into the mid game.
I'm going to say there's a very real opportunity here for TOX to get 2 Marksas. And if you get 2 Marksas with a 2-to-1 hill advantage, well, good luck trying to break over towards the B hill.
Man, forget the B hill. I don't want them to get 2 Marksas. I think that's way more important. Oh, now Dezo can't even move after getting hit with that active.
Praise has it now. And you'll see.
And so if you guys don't know at home, if you ever see the yellow cross here, it's because that gun had an active when they hit the headshot compared to just the regular red one is just confirming a headshot.
Cheeky Langle Mental will get another down. It's Monkeys. He's trying to clean up the kill before his teammate can res it. Now there's 2 downs. Big opportunity for TOX to just take complete control of the round.
Ooh, look at him. Look at him connecting with those shots. And we're going to see those shocks be used as well. The B hill should start to get capped up. Ghost Gaming is going to choose not to use their respawns. Very smart. Unless they're they will win that. And will they spawn is the question, though.
No.
I don't know.
Nope. There's no point. They don't have control of their home hill.
They're going to just hang out here?
They're not going to fall for this.
Okay, they say, hey, Dezo, go have some fun, Dezo.
That's all it is. They recognize the deficit, both in terms of points, in terms of map control. The smart decision.
Use
from
time
Ghost.
to talk about the next round.
Exactly that, right? So I'm talking about, well, what do we want to try and theory craft for our weapon placement? Optic will win it. Of course, if they really wanted to, they could have just pushed over towards B and found the final kill instead.
Get off me.
You know, practice, do some emote spam, right?
All right, catch your flow. Keep your fingers warm.
Just dancing on the bodies.
He knew it though, you know, and that was good self-control there by the Ghost Squad for not pressing X and spawning in, even after your teammate won that fight at B, because I know some teams would have done that.
The reason being is I believe Chaos may actually be down to just 2 respawns now as we go into the final round of the half. So good control.
We'll give you guys an update on those respawns going into the next round. But this is the round you want to burn them though. Not so much burn them, but you want to utilize every single one of them. It's going to be 11 seconds on a respawn clock. So we start off at 16, and it goes down now compared to Gears 4, where the respawn timers went up. And they're going to reset at round 7.
Do it. Yep. Love that. Drop shot place for Ghosts, and they're going to have an advantage here in this round to try and tie things up. In terms of the respawns, yeah, it is down to
did you see why they, you know why they did it on round 5? Because there's no blocks on round 6.
So you basically get a drop shot for 2 rounds.
Yep.
Nothing TOX can do about it. So very
that was
good
smart
decision from Ghost.
Actually, that's the first time I've seen anybody do it this weekend, of making sure they place that drop on that round. First time I've seen it, but let's see if they can make something happen. Monkeys has to make that play. He puts the damage in, he calls it out. That's something Dennis has to push, and that's a blunder. The most perfect shot grenade in the world comes out of play for TOX Gaming.
Nothing from your drop shot. Chaos will still be up, and of course at this round, as we pointed out before, you use all of the respawns you can because it's the last round and they're going to reset after this anyway. You don't want to give away too many early because up the game, or TOX I should say, still with a bank of respawns. A massive amount, and Chaos is just down to his final 2. A couple players going to try and push wide on him. Does land a shot, but still, Ghost Gaming don't really have the map control here to try and push anything.
You know, these are something that TOX does that I don't see a lot of teams do. Instead of putting any player on their home hill, they know when somebody on the other team is capping their home hill every single round, they just go for the neutral. Off the rip, they get their neutral hill, and they get the neutral hill in the middle, let their opponents get their home hill. That gives them advantage when they double back and get their home.
Trip cap's coming through. I don't think anyone from Ghost is going to be able to even touch the hill, so the trip cap domination will come through. And that is now twice in this grand final where Ghost has had an advantage in a round in terms of what is available for them to use and not taken. And it all started with a fantastic shot grenade.
Yeah, TOX Gaming does not prioritize their home hill off the start when there are big power weapons and a lot of things to control. And, you know, hey, as long as you cap the neutral hill, you'll still be close to points, even on a stalemate. And you can always have that first person who dies double back and get your home hill.
I feel like they needed that round, though. It would have been 3-3 at the half, and potentially you could go up 4-3.
It's another opportunity where they had a drop and their opponent didn't, and they didn't make use of it. It's the reason why they lost map number 1, because they had a round just like that would have gave them that. They would have ended up winning 7-5.
That's what everyone on the desk was kind of talking about. You cannot make mistakes against this team. They will punish you, even if it's a small mistake. You don't
that's a beautiful shot.
Have too much of an effect. It definitely will.
Almost.
Right idea.
He's gonna bank it off the far right pillar next time he's in that situation.
Praises getting loud as ever. So he finds yet another pick. And we're already on 20 Elan.
I think he said, "I dare you to push me."
I wouldn't want to push him. I'm gonna be honest with the form he's been in. As Mental gets a headshot on Chaos, and TOX has just almost dialed up the tempo, it feels like. And as the pressure for the trip cap comes through again, and then there's still one player over To the right, Adentis goes down. They'll claim the E hill. Now the pressure should come back in on towards D. Zo is up. That's his chaos because it is still the first round, so an opportunity still to use some of those resources of spawns.
Great damage coming out there by Mental. This, woo!
Oh my God.
The precision. That's 2 headshots in this round. And I said, I wonder who can go at it with Sleeper. It's gonna be this guy, the sharpshooter himself.
Oh, pressure on the trick cap. A couple more kills, and honestly, you might not see Ghost spawn up again. Chaos will choose not to, as will Dezo. TOX 5-2 the lead.
TOX Gaming is looking so good, and I'm gonna let you know right now, if Ghost Gaming does not win this map, it's looking slow for him.
Maybe Colin was right with the 3-0 prediction. Starting to look a little bit more that way.
Just clean headshots across the board, and you can see why the lower sensitivity is just so much more valuable in this game compared to Gears 4. Hitting those shots is so crucial.
Sure is. Retro is going to be placed. Ghost Gaming, what do you want to do? How do you want to change this map up? That's one way of doing it.
Yeah, it is. All right, here we go. You see, looking at those respawns, pretty much all players 5 across the board. You got a few players at the top of Ghost Gaming. They're gonna have actually just one player with 4. That boom shot's gonna go down, and now this map's gonna get split a bit. You're gonna have some utility at the top, some utility at the bottom. Both these teams are gonna have some options. Monkey gets the drop, and Identis gets the boom shot. So, 2 explosive weapons in the hands of Ghost, but look at the Retro and the Marxa in the hands of TOX. You can almost argue and say which one is going to be more influential.
It's also worth mentioning the boom shot up top Cinema is also going to block any potential for Optic Gaming to build that in their own spawn side. So it may have been more a reaction to not wanting Optic to actually to have that, or sorry, TOX to have that available.
Very, very smart on that one, because you can definitely do it to the Retro at the top, but also that Retro can be upgraded into a sniper rifle, and that can go in the hand of Mental to counteract if they happen to not win that Marxa fight down low. They also have those shocks that they can upgrade into a drop shot. So TOX has some options to get some big power weapons on their sides of the map.
More importantly, though, for them, 2-to-1 hill advantage. Nice lead, 85-46. Headshots galore. Kills going all in their favor as Ghost Gaming dropped like dominoes. Honestly, TOX, I think they smell blood. I think they smell this round could be over very, very soon. Dezo's just trying to play his life and scramble away. And for TOX, they recognize they can't allow him to push back because they'll extend the round. They have him pinned. Trip cap domination coming through. TOX will take it. Map point.
4 rounds in a row. Now they're talking loud. They know that they got the game in their hands. They know they're 1 round away from going up 2-0. They're trying to live in Ghost Gaming heads.
Explosive has 32 elims.
They're ready.
7
They're
deaths.
here. He says you can't do nothing now, and this is where TOX is at their best. This is where it gets difficult to beat them.
I think he said something about sheets.
Cheats. He said you need a game shark? Is that what he said?
No, he said something about sheets on the other team.
Okay.
Not keeping them too clean, let's just say that.
Ooh.
The disable comes in.
He says, I hope they're not white. Here we go. Chaos, 8 eliminations and 16 deaths. I think that's who he was referring to.
You think?
Because I know Sleeper and Monkeys can't understand him. They just tone him out. He just says, this American is making a lot of noise on the side of the main stage.
That's not what he's saying.
Give me a Marxa. That's the only thing those two say.
No. Mental does have snipe in hand. So looks to try and make a play down low. Gonna connect with a shot that Sleeper and Chaos will both find picks. It's gonna force Mental to just back away. His teammates won the fight over towards E, though, so the pressure is going to have to come in over
Don't do it.
TOX's home hill.
I like the switch. Good
Honestly,
composure.
I would have liked a little bit of a montage play, but Dezo decides, nope, let's just use the boom. We know Mental is a player who can pop up at any point. Ghost has the round pretty much won. They just have to seal the deal. The kills come through. A good response with TOX being at that point.
They got to do that 4 more times.
5 rounds.
But if they do it 4 more times, map number 3 just got that much more interesting.
Well, hold on a minute.
Yes.
Do you have a tingle?
I do not have a tingle yet.
Ah,
I haven't. Yeah, right.
They're not coming back.
You know, my
Chalk it
tingle.
up. Let's load in
I
map
need
3
to
now.
get that repaired. You know,
Because last time you
when
had a
fight
tingle.
nights come back.
Yeah, last time you had a tingle, it was what was it, 6-1 comeback?
Yeah, it was a
think it was
6-2
6-1.
comeback.
Oh, was it 6-2?
Yeah, it was about 6-2 comeback.
Oof, they were the good old days.
I know in this round, you got the sniper there. Now you're gonna have Ghost choosing to put their flash grenades down at the top of the key and be able to do something with that. Now you can also choose to disable that boom shot if you want to, and that's exactly what TOX is gonna do. They says, hey, we saw what you guys tried to do up there, but now we're gonna opt to disable it. But I think I saw the marks down
last
low
round.
disabled.
Yep, that was Ghost last round. Lockout marks are down low. They wanted to try and
Interesting.
completely shift the fight over towards Boom. It worked for a round, and then TOX said, no, not anymore.
I think when Ghost masters their weapon tree, they'll find an acceptable strategy for when teams choose to put that marker towards mid-map.
Yep, well, you hope so.
Maybe one of these players become just that good with the retro.
Great shot for Mental. Teammate wants to try and push forward, but Mental is being tagged up over from the Ghost home hill. As he rotates back over towards E, looking to try and hit a shot. Dezo has him basically pinched, and Dezo wants to try and push him, but Mental again lands another good shot. And now the kills should come through for TOX. Or will they? Because Mental just got shredded by Sleeper. And Sleeper will shut him down, and now all of a sudden the flank open for Sleeper. He's going to find his second. Solars falls. Number 3 could be right in front of him. It's going to be explosive, but he's too smart. He's just going to back away.
And he's gonna get out of dodge and get back towards his home hill. But it is 2 players from Ghost Gaming trying to secure the neutral hill at E, and that's exactly what they're gonna do.
But this is big, because if you remember in Gears 4, the one thing we always loved to say was get kills in quick succession, right?
Yes.
Get all those kills very quickly. In Gears 5, you almost don't want to do that. You want to actually offset those kill timers as much as possible, because you're baiting in the other team to actually use their respawns and spawn in. It's a very interesting change, really.
And on less experienced teams, you're baiting their teammates out of hiding to try to go for that revive as well.
Yep.
So if you do have a 1v1 in your side of the map, you can technically down him and just go about your business.
Leave it, yeah.
Especially if he's on your side of the map.
If he's on your side, you say adios.
If he's not close to breaking any hills, like if he's at that cinema area, he's completely fine to just hang out there, read a book or something, tell him to end his own life. Because with it being Warzone rules, meaning compared to execution rules where you can self-revive in the Gears of War 4 escalation, this time since it's Warzone rules where you bleed out, they do give you the option to end your own life so you can go back and have an option to respawn.
Well, TOX are going to take control of Ghost Gaming's home hill, leaving Ghost with nothing but the E hill, and well, as the cap comes through, TOX will win this round in 65 seconds. It's a lot of time for Ghost to make a decision and try and make a play. It looks as if the play is going to be over towards TOX's home hill. The push coming through, but Praise is there. Lancer out. Chaos trapped with a flank from Dezo. They didn't see that coming. That's going to open up the home hill, but E is also being capped up, so it may force Ghost to be a little quicker. But all the kills in their favor. Outside, really, if someone's with one, he's trapped in a corner. He has no right to
I love
escape.
it. Take it wide. Use that Lancer. Don't get too overzealous.
No need to. No need to. So, Ghost survived the first push. 28 seconds is the time left. And now you have a drop shot as well in the hand of Monkeys to defend off a TOX push. The problem, Mental has a sniper rifle.
You can ask yourself which one is going to be more influential.
Mental with a sniper every day of the week.
One drop shot in Identi's Botok, or Mental with 4 sniper shots.
Mental and a sniper rifle. Did we learn nothing from last year? Swing and a miss on the first one. The shot grenade is pretty important here. The round, of course, is over. Ghost make it 2 in a row as they stay alive in map 2.
They gotta breathe and go 1 round at a time. It is an uphill battle when you're playing this legendary TOX roster. These boys know how to play in any weather.
If they do win the next 2 rounds, around 13, Boomshot will be up.
That's very, very true.
And that would make for a very spicy round 13.
They're about to get back to this Markster fight, but what they are going to choose to do, the Markster will be back in 1 round, but they're going to choose to cut their respawn timers in half for the drop shot. And they're going to choose to finally upgrade their shot grenades to a drop shot. What TOX is thinking is that We just need to get it over with now. 5 kills right off the rip. Just use this drop. We just have to worry about when our initials, and we need 1 round to end this one, and they have 3 chances to do it. I like the drop placement.
But for Ghost, of course, you're essentially going to have 2 drops. One time, TOX have 1, right? But that respawn timer cut all the way down in half. Good decision.
Mental with a headshot on Sleeper.
Still have to win the fights. Dezo has a player trap. Solar should fall.
Too short with that drop.
Or not. Solar's scrambles away. And Dezo left wondering.
You got to try to see if you can bait out TOX's drop, because what Ghost Gaming did, they cut their drop respawn timer in half. So if they can slow this one down, they can get an advantage. Great push by Dennis in the middle. Dezo knew he had damage on that player, and it was 1 down in the corner. That could have been a good double kill for Ghost Gaming to get them back in this round and to take the advantage. Also, killing Mental here will be huge, and that's what Sleeper did. Coming back off the respawn to repay him for that last death.
A well paid. Really well played.
Oh, don't, whoa, what you doing, big fella? Calm down.
You got a little excited. You got one
right? Like, yeah, you made a great play. You made a good play for your team, and now you're trying to do a lot. Got to slow it down a little bit. Can't play at that Gears 4 pace.
TOX 2-1 hills. E and F locked in. About a 20-point lead has developed as well in their favor. But of course, remember, Ghost will have another drop shot up now. Actually, yep, there it is.
It pays to cut that respawn timer in half, but now, what can you do with that advantage? If they're smart, they can push over towards their opponent's side and take their drop when it respawns.
He's going to go for it. Summons is going to
another missed drop opportunity.
And I hate to say it, but the story from map 1 was me, Ghost not using their advantages. Again, Ghost not utilizing their advantage enough.
A lot of players was questionable about putting boom shots and drop shots on your side of the map in escalation, but as you can see, it's not always an advantage, and you're gonna have some pressure shots to hit. If you miss them, you gotta wait, and that advantage is out the window.
Ghost managed to neutralize E at least, but the problem is they're not really making any advances in terms of map control. They will not win this round as things are. They need to try and push forward as 54 seconds. TOX will take map 2 in this grand final unless Ghosts find the opening. Trades coming through left and right. Dezo may be the man that has to make the play. Summons does fall. Is this the opening for Ghost Gaming's? Solars could be in trouble. He goes down, but at what cost? Because Ghosts are flying over towards the F hill. They have pressure there. Will the decap come in time? Chaos shuts down Mental. Sleeper shuts down Explosive. Chaos trying to keep his distance. The resources are there for Ghost, but E is still neutral. Another pick.
Boy.
Summons falls. Are TOX even gonna bother spawning in? No, they won't.
Shit.
Ghost
Here we go again.
survive again.
Here we go again. We're approaching another round 13, Benson.
6-5. TOX still at map point.
Let's see what they can do.
For one more round. Marks are still available.
So Marks is back on the map, and we're gonna see Ghost Gaming still have their drop shot respawn timer cut in half. This is where you can get yourself a retro. Yep. Get you something to use over there for that boom shot area of the map so Sleeper can have something. This time he needs to be aware that Mental has that sniper rifle. You can't move around too much, but they are setting it up so they can have a little snipe fight on the last round if they do make it to 13.
TOX are going to decide to reduce the respawn delay of the drop shot. It will now match Ghost Gaming. Not that it was really all that effective for Ghost. In terms of respawns available, Identives is at 2. Bear that in mind. He's really starting to fall down there on the side of TOX. A couple of players at 3, but the opening is Mental going down.
They got it that time.
He's so good with the drop as he has been, and that's going to be 2 for Solars. He may just fancy himself for 3. There's going to be 4 right in front of us as well as he picks up the meat shield. Solars taking over this round single-handedly for TOX. Keeps them in the driver's seat. Summons looking to try and snipe.
He's looking for it. But Ghost Gaming did a good job not letting E get capped. It was a scrappy fight down there on the bottom half of the map, but it is still Ghost Gaming with the slight lead. Now, we're taking a look at the weapons people are holding.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. Yeah, right. Summons. He is the only one with a power weapon. He has a snipe, but I will say Monkeys has a Botox in his back pocket, and that Botox can get headshots on weak players. So we'll see what he can do with that and if it's going to be influential.
Less than 20 seconds for both drop shots. And that may be when the play starts to develop, because it's a 6-point lead. It's minuscule at this point. It's nothing. No one needs to push over towards E or put any pressure on. This really now for me is about preserving your respawns of your identities. He is at 1 left, so essentially 2 for the round. Has to be careful. Cannot afford to make any mistakes. And if you're summons, if you're looking for one player specifically for Ghost, it's identities.
He's looking for the angle, but what right here, like the thing is that Ghost knows that they don't have to make the move first. This has got a retro.
Well,
he needs to get this. He needs to rotate this retro all the way back down low towards the fight at E and swap spots with at least a player.
Just 147 seconds, guy, in case you were wondering how much longer it would be.
Man, I love the new updates.
Oh, so do I. Solars is actually going to shut himself down there as a team kill comes through on the other side.
Sway?
Now the snipe lands a good body shot on towards Chaos. That's going to allow him to be cleaned up. Mental does the job. 122, 116, still E, neutral. Now someone springs into life, down low over towards E. Does he even want to push it?
One shot in his snipe, by the way.
There's 2 teammates down there. Mental just doing some damage. The push is going to come wide, and that's a nice play from Sleeper as he flies through. Monkeys with a double as well. 3 dead for TOX. Ghost should be able to secure the E-hill. Do they want more? Do they want to push over towards the D side? I'm not sure they do. You can just hold this.
Yeah, you hold this. You're going to have to be careful with these snipers. You're going to have impeccable call-outs, especially you see the pushes are coming. This player, Chaos, is going to try to call for help or Secret Man in the corner, but he's already been spotted. Solars, he's going to try to keep some players' heads down.
This is going to get
We'll see if TOX can win this round and go up 2-0, or will Ghost Gaming force to round 13 and map number 2.
This is going to get very, very scary for Ghost. The first assault from TOX is coming in over towards F. A good stun praise goes down, but a team kill! Oh no, Sleeper has shut down Chaos. Now you have to do it the old-fashioned way, but he makes up for his mistake.
He says, I got you.
A double with the shotgun. Dezo there
What a legend.
as well. 233, 185. The round by no means over just yet, because Solars is still alive. He's pinned in a corner. He falls, and Ghost Gaming will be sending this.
Here we go again.
Round 13. A round 13 where, by the way, Boomshot is unlocked.
I told you, if they win this map, Benson, this finals is about to get crazy. Ghost has been in more round 13s than any other team in this venue this weekend.
They've had composure against Reciprocity twice. Now, can you do it against the big boys?
So I say sniper and smoke. TOX is going to get an extra utility grenade. They're going to upgrade this retro into a sniper so they can have a little snipe fight at the home hills to start. Or they might go for cutting the boom in half. I say they go utility. Respawn timer on Markson? Nah, that's a chaotic round. Yeah, go to that utility. Come on.
Honestly, I think Explosive is just
it's going to be a nade.
What can he actually change?
Oh, they're going to go both. They're going to go pistol for pistol. Okay.
Okay, so round 13, respawn time at its lowest. Now, in terms of spawns available, Praise is at 2, as is Identives. It's Sleeper and Dezo, and also one more, I believe it's Chaos, that all have 5 left. So in terms of respawns available, advantage Ghost. But honestly, it may make no difference whatsoever. All the power weapons in the spawn picked up. That's 2 snipers, 2 drop shots. The fight for Boom.
Oh, what?
Underway. Identives tagged up the metal. He's gonna get Boom. Can he get away?
Like, you peeking, and you got the kid on the other end looking at you with that snipe. And he even capped the D-hill. That's gonna... he needs to line this up where he's...
You gotta be careful.
The Boom can hit that wall, the side wall, too. Dennis is such a talented sniper as well.
Well, if there was a time for him to step up, it would be right here right now.
You're gonna see mental rotate since you saw Identity. He was like, all right, Identity's got the home hill. I don't need to be in this area no more. My boom shot is gonna watch the lane to our home hill, and now he's just gonna rotate and try to find an angle. Ghost Gaming has this map over here on lock.
All the way down. All the way down, and here's why.
Let's move over to Sleeper.
Drop shots are up in 20. So this is going to be very slow for the next 10 seconds, and then that's when you're going to see players spring into life. Solars finds Dezo, Sleeper able to trade out a life for a life. That's praised. And remember, that's important because he's at low respawns. That's going to put him down just to 1 left.
I'm surprised Mental's not in a position to stop this. I don't see him taking any angles.
He's down low. Mental still looking over for Identives on the home hill side. E has been decapped. That will slow down the round. In actual fact, no.
Oh, that hurt.
Ghost, they fancy actually trying to cap up E. They will do so. So it's going to start to reduce the deficit that they find themselves in.
Ghost Gaming has a drop shot, a Botok, a Marksa, and a sniper rifle. TOX Gaming has a boom shot, a sniper rifle, and a Botok. I don't believe that they still have it yet. They do still have their drop.
New marks are up as well. Is currently down on the ground waiting to be retrieved.
Oh, so this is what you see the drop on the other end of the wall? He's gonna wait for the notification that he picked it up, and then he's gonna try to kill him.
He's just trying to bait out the drop first and foremost. There it is. The drop comes through just as you so rightfully call. And Solars catches out Chaos. Now, your turn, Dezo.
They got a double of their own on the other side of the map as well. So 3v3, this is gonna slow down again, and Monkeys is turning up.
But it's time, 77 seconds now, and Ghost will win, but E is now being capped by TOX. That's gonna give them back the win condition, unless somehow a play can be made.
That was beautiful.
Basically for free now for Monkeys. It's gonna get very
Sleeper
crazy.
got a headshot as well with the Marksa. Another double kill. Identis with a snipe. We know how good he is. Boom shot in the hand of Ghost. Very crucial round. They do win in 40 seconds, so they don't have to fight these fights.
Sleeper has to run. He has to run. He has to stay alive. Drop shot up for Chaos. He's been hunted down. Muxie's gonna fire the boom. Nothing.
Suspect.
But hit markers. The drop comes through.
There you go.
There's one. It's praised that falls. 183, 201. It's the headshot. Explosives down and out. Praise, no more respawns left. It's a 5v4. Ghost take the Vamos as they push forward, surging towards TOX's home hill. They will win in 20, and I think TOX know that
my God!
Solars falls. Ghost Gaming are gonna tie things up in this grand final.
Oh my God!
Blowout.
Oh my God! Ghost Gaming did it! 5 rounds in a row, down 6-2, match point, and they tie it up 1-1.
Where was your tingle?
I don't know. It probably has a different feel now, Vincent. I got a new body. You know I lost a lot of weight.
Oh my God.
It's not over yet, though.
6-2 was the lead. TOX Gaming.
That was a reality
just
check.
Blew.
That was a reality check.
TOX Gaming.
I want to hear those
the
sound bites.
Real deal, ladies and gentlemen. This grand final just got interesting here at the E-League Summer Series.
Now you can tweet it
We're all
out.
tied up 1-1. We'll be back after this with Game 3.
Oh yeah, talk about it, bro. Let's talk about it. How soon? How when?
Ready.
These kids are ass,
Get it, bro.
We dead ass gave away the 2 rounds they have.
Nice.
Oh yeah, get a touch, buddy. Get a touch, Chaos.
It is worth mentioning as well, because, you know, going back to old maps, many people may think, oh, well, it's going to be traditional. Well, you have to think the extra weapon placement available now, the support for both teams over towards your spawn side, so it will change up how the maps are played ever so slightly. But enough chitter-chatter. Map 3, round 1, underway. There's a quick look at the overhead for the break-off. It's going to be traditional, the fight that you should be so used to seeing if you're a Gears 4 fan.
Now it is time for a shotgun battle. Dezo rushing TOX's side of the map to get control over up top. Quick turnaround to get some support down low for his teammates. And I want you guys to take note how influential this part of the map is. The button to control the furnace. There will be a heal there on the second half of the game, which will keep precedence up here on this top area of the map at the control room, but just look at the angles and how much damage you can put on a map. Just imagine if a Markster was up there.
And Praise is going to be completely put out, and you're absolutely right. If you put a Markster up there, let me tell you, Ghost may have a little bit of a field day as home hills are going to be kept up now by Ghost. A and C controlled. Again, remember, respawns at their absolute highest in the early rounds.
Does TOX use these spawns?
And they've died a couple of times.
I just saw C get decapped. Is somebody fighting over there? Where's C at?
For explosive, and honestly, Identives could have maybe
Yeah,
just
crawl,
that
brother.
Sleeper's going to pull up towards C. Mental is there.
He was crawling. He was like, I'm trying.
TOX have decided to use those spawns. Summons has not. Now he will. So TOX are going to not concede the round just yet. They're going to make Ghost work for every single round.
TOX coming off respawn. You see Monkeys guarding that main door towards the control room, and you got the help in the front. They pressed up against the middle of the map. It's going to be hard to even throw a stun and up A towards that right side, especially with Monkeys holding that right-hand advantage. But they're about to try to cross-smoke. And shout out to Praise actually choosing to spawn up with a smoke, recognizing that his team needed it in that situation. But Monkeys held strong. Explosives is taking damage. Monkeys has a 1v1. Somebody needs to get praised off that pressure. Ghosts need to make some plays if they can.
They don't want to turtle up. They need to just make sure that if they are going to wolfpack, they wolfpack and they're mobile about it. You don't want to get trapped in as Chaos is basically dead to rights. His teammate is there to assist. The down comes through. Praise has fallen. B is going to be decapped, but is it going to matter all that much? They have to make sure they don't lose A as well. All of a sudden, TOX have turned the switch. A trip cap domination coming through. Monkeys has to try and get over towards the A hill.
He's in a good spot.
Not being capped just yet.
He needs this kill.
Mental right in front of the three TOX players there. It's not a good spot at all. TOX steal round number 1 of game 3. It was one Ghost had full control of.
He's mad.
Oh, he real mad.
He big mad.
Big mad.
He's a champion, though.
And you have to, again, just reiterate, that was a big round for TOX because of the extra investment in respawns already after the first round. 2 players from TOX down to 3 respawns available.
Big respect if they go for those smokes, and yes, they will. Both teams were respecting the front spawn, having a smoke, recognizing that being the first weapon placement is the most influential in this matchup. And it's going to be Dezo and I think Explosives. We'll see in a second. Dezo and Mental, those are the 2 front spawns of each team as well.
We're going to have a little extra utility to take.
So, but I do want to say where Ghost went wrong on that round, especially after Monkeys got that kill, they had an option to just go for the Mr. Krabs and push the home hill of TOX on the other end. But when the fight was going, some of those players in mid-map had kind of backed up, and they had to stay aggressive and help each other and not get too passive.
Well,
Though both those stuns coming up short for both teams. They just added not really hitting.
First kill, though, is good for TOX. B neutral, and in actual fact, it's a flurry of kills for TOX. That's 3 dead momentarily. Sleeper and Identity is the only 2 up. Explosives just trying to put damage down. And Trip Cap.
Yep, this is gonna be a TOX round.
Yep, it's just Swarm eliminated. They get all 5 players dead. 37 seconds, all it took. 2-0 now to TOX.
They're gonna be quiet until they win this map now. Because after they started talking that trash at when they were up 6-2, they're gonna just stay focused until the series is over.
I don't think they're necessarily gonna be quiet. I think they're only gonna talk within themselves. We've talked about this in the past. I don't think there's going to be much over towards Ghost Gaming until the job is done, until they reach that 7th
But they've
round.
never had to. They never really had to do that. They could just, you know, they used to. They got the respect to just pop off at the mouth when they want, because you know they got 17 trophies. You know, they say what they want when they want.
It's a big trophy cabinet.
That's a lot of confidence. You know, if I had 17 trophies, man, I would feel like I own a stage every time.
They basically do. Now,
so I was going to say both teams choosing the mirror matchup, but I think one team chose flashes and the other team chose smokes to go inside.
On the respawns that were depleted after the first round, basically working back up, because you do get 1 extra respawn per life, or sorry, per round, I should say. Nice. Round 3 now underway, and it is TOX in control. here in Game 3 of the Grand Final.
Oh, Mental got stunned up top, and he is going to go down. Solar is trapped, but he's trying to make something happen before he goes down low. He needs his teammate to kind of... Identis needed Dezo to stay in that fight, and Dezo has to be, you know, more aware that that player is still in a position to pick up a kill on him.
Well, this original 2v2 is going to turn into another 2v2. Identity's going to be really weak, and Explosives goes down. Solars did enough, though, to force the two Ghost players to back away, able to pick up his teammate.
Beautiful transition. Just roll back, bring those lances out, prevent them from even getting into any power positions. The rush is coming through. Reloads are out. Solars is taking some damage, but they're trying to force these players to pull out the shotguns. But Dezo, with that Lancer, is doing such a great job defending his teammate, and reinforcements come through.
Now it's a 3v3. Solars, though, left in a
3v2
situation. Dezo's still able now to actually maybe go for a bit of a flank, and these two TOX players are completely
yeah, they could keep him up there.
Oh, they just isolate a fight. That's what you have to do. Force a 2v1.
They're gonna flank.
Recognizes he has to escape, and he plays that very well. But he runs straight into Mental, who is down low, ready and waiting. Identity's nothing he can do. He's left scrambling away, and TOX will claim the B hill.
Ghost Gaming has such an advantage up there in that tower, and especially when they brought that third guy there, they cannot be indecisive. They have to stay aggressive and fight with confidence, just like they did in those last 5 rounds of District.
Now, 103 to 94. It is Ghost in the lead, but that is going to change in about 5 seconds. TOX will take the lead. We still have 2-to-1 hill advantage. Our home hill and mid-neutral B locked in, and they're starting to think about maybe setting up here. Ghost, this is not going to be easy to break.
So Ghost has smokes to work with as well. They were spawning up in their electric, and they're going to use these smokes in the middle. This is how you want to use a smoke grenade. Cut off the vision, and cut it off in 2 different areas, and that forced the TOX players to have to come out of that B hill setup and try to defend their home hill. But as you see, Ghost is in position. They're starting to win fights, and they got 3 players on the home hill of TOX.
They were so important on the smokes because it just meant that TOX didn't have the information, and when they finally got the information, it was late, and you were blind pushing through a smoke.
Beautiful usage.
Use that to their advantage. Now they will win this round in 45 seconds, but there's still a lot of time, of course, for TOX to turn things around. It's a home hill setup for Ghost.
I haven't seen a smoke used like that in like
a long time.
11 years.
It was a really, really well played.
That gave me a little smile on my face.
But unfortunately for Ghost, already Dezo is down. You still have to win these fights. Summons is full red, but is still alive as TOX look to try and retake. Bear in mind, time is of the essence. 20 seconds. Ghost are building a lead now as TOX retakes C. Other resources, though, over towards
What about B? What about B?
That's where you should be flying to.
They got 1 guy there. They need to get into that mix before they come. Get the decap.
2v1. Now they're inside the hill, but they're going to need to cap it because they're still trailing by 2
They need to protect their home hill as well. This is going to be crazy. This is going to be a crazy ending.
Ghost have it. It's currently 6 seconds. 242. Can you defend if you're Ghost Gaming? It looks like they can. 3 kills is enough, and they win round 3.
And you definitely want to get one of these early rounds against TOX, even though Ghost knows that somewhere deep down inside they have the ability to win 5 rounds in a row on his team. And just knowing that will actually it's going to upgrade that squad. They just evolved after that last map for the rest of the season. When a team overcomes something like that on the main stage, not even just any main stage, but on this E-League main stage in the grand finals of the first event ever in Gears 5, that confidence gets carried throughout the entire season. Better watch out for this Ghost roster.
Marksers down now for Ghost in their spawn. All weekend long, you've heard every analyst, every caster talk about how good Ghost are with that weapon. And now it's readily available at their will every single round for the rest of this map. Gotta put it to good use. Simply must. As the fight up top, again, not going the way of Ghost. That's every round now. They've not won it. Mental's gonna try and push.
So this is what every team was afraid of. Putting the Marxers in these mid-room and giving them free range to it every time. Now at this point, Ghost don't gotta work to get their favorite weapon. The weapon they've been fighting for off the center line for about the last 4 or 5 maps. They've been playing this competition because everybody's been respecting them.
But the problem is, you still have to win that initial up top B. It's so important, and TOX have bullied now Ghost Gaming so far. and Sin button will be pushed. TOX have developed a roughly 30-point lead so far in this round.
Oh, good shots. The damage is trying to come through.
Great shots. It's going to be a down short.
Solars is one shot.
Solars will go down. An advantage now for Ghost. You better watch out if you're TOX.
Oh, they're chasing him. They say, where you running, Summons?
Ghost Gaming developed the home hill setup. A and C are locked in now. They'll reduce the early TOX lead. And honestly, if they fancy it, they could maybe try and steal B as well. Force TOX out of hiding, force them to make a play over towards their own home hill. Monkeys basically has B locked in if he stays on the hill, but he takes a big hit from Mental.
I like how he's not forcing it, knowing that the trip cap domination is not in play.
Oh, beautifully played.
Man, he's in Wukong form right now, Benson, in this map 3.
And they'll trade B for the home hill, and is he thinking about the flank? Maybe, but
I don't know if he knows. Oh, he's gonna creep up on him. He needs to walk it out, because you can hear footsteps so well in this game. Oh, it doesn't even matter. But you need to be careful. He has to stay moving after that kill. He got the kill and started to think a bit.
A couple of kills now for TOX as well. Sleeper's not in the best position. He too will fall. C taken over by TOX. Is there pressure over towards B? There is. It's Chaos versus Mental. Mental had the first shot. Chaos has to stay alive because this could be a trip cap for TOX unless he buys enough time for his teammates. It was a 2v1, but Mental will take that all day as he forces away the Ghost Gaming resources. B is being kept up, and B is now capped. TOX 3-1.
Gets another round on the board, but they know they know that, hey, not a good enough lead just yet. They need to keep on working at it. This is a dog fight.
Yeah.
Both teams fighting for inches.
But for me, Ghosts have to start winning the initial up top at B. Every round so far, even the ones where they have had theoretical control, they've still not been able to use that control to give them a numerical advantage.
Let's see how these initials are going to start, because I'm curious to see. At this point, honestly, if TOX wanted to, they can go sniper at some point, you know? And they can go sniper inside that control room and give Mental that free snipe on his map. But I will honestly say it is just better to have the marks.
Yeah.
With all those shots, and just based off how it's been a game of inches so far, yeah, both teams are going to trade off to say, you know what, yeah, let's do it this way.
Again, a mirror matchup. It was just a different order in how we got to this end result after 4 rounds, but the map identical.
I'm curious to see what both teams are going to do on those back home hill weapon spawns. You know, where they both have the flashes. That's looking like a drop spot to me.
Yeah, more than likely. But once again, the fight up top underway. We'll see Mental's perspective. He popped a double kill last round to open things up. The stuns come through. He has the support of 2 other teammates. Will he find the kills? Oh, there's one. Oh, gets a good shot for number 2. Chaos drops, and again, TOX win the fight top B.
Look at the patience on the timeout.
Chaos is just going to concede his own life. As, well, Mental has fallen, but Explosive is there. So no need to worry just yet. However, they haven't been able to control the actual B hill itself, and Ghost Gaming, they're there.
Sleeper picked up a headshot. Monkeys is watching Identiv's hop over because they know he's there. He has his Lancer out, and he can be annoying on this position. He has to cross to the opposite cover. The parallel cover that was next to Explosives there, where Praise is. You see how he's just trying to harass him, waiting for him to shoot?
Yep.
As soon as he hops over, he's going to get as much damage in on him as possible. Monkeys is in a position to stop him as well. TOX cannot really make a play on this B hill just yet. They're going to rotate these power weapons down. You saw Ghost try to make the moves, and Summons was like, nah, you can't come this way.
One thing to consider, as Dezo goes down, he only had 2 respawns available. And if he gets cleaned up, it is not going to be looking pretty heading into the final round of the half. I don't think anyone's in a position to finish him off, so he will come back up. Teammate able to pick him up. As Explosive still being a nuisance top B, putting down damage. Mental's going to fly forward. He has license to do just that. Another double from him. We've had 4.5 rounds, and Mental has 22 elims. He's only died 4 times.
Here's the hidden horse.
Almost. Almost. But a team kill waits a second now. 2 players full for TOX. Can Ghost capitalize on an opportunity? Maybe so. More kills come through, but Explosive is up top. Pushes the instant, he shuts down Identives, but Ghost will reclaim B.
And now, Ghost, they do get the B hill. They have the decap on Tox's home hill. A little extra support as well. 2 players coming off respawn. 2 players stuck at the home hill as well. Tox is going to double back to get the C hill and try to spread out for some map control.
This is such an important round, guys. Such an important round.
Huge.
Not let TOX go up 4-1 if he can manage to tie things up at the half. That will be massive. Solars lands 2 great shots. It's going to just delay Ghost Gaming's aggression to defend B. Player to the right-hand side. A couple of players down, though. And Ghost Gaming are trying to push forward. Solars is there for the red. Sleeper shuts down Praise. Chaos also falls, as does Explosive. But again,
back up,
it's
just back up.
on revive. B is still neutral, as is. TOX win this round in 55 seconds. While all that was going on, Mental makes the heads-up play. He pushes Ghost home hill. And if you want, if you're TOX, you can concede B altogether.
Both these teams back and forth, blow for blow. This looked like a TOX round, and it still does to me. Summons with a big kill. Chaos looking to go down and try to fight him, but it's not gonna matter. And you know what, Ben? You know, we saw Ghost in this round. They were super aggressive towards the home hill. They made some great plays. They had eyes on all the TOX players, but what Ghost is doing, they're getting super aggressive on top of that B hill to kind of stop TOX from pushing down, and they're holding a great 2-cap, but then they're getting too aggressive pushing TOX.
Right.
They just have to, you know, chill out, say, hey, we're gonna wait. You watch that hop over, I watch this one. And when they hop over, we're gonna come out and we're gonna take them out.
Shout out to production. It's in fact a very true stat. Explosive has won 4 of the last 5 rounds without wearing his hat.
80% success rate.
I like that. Shout out to Explosive. Turns into a different animal. Almost a flick of a switch. Retro Lancer will be placed for TOX. Oh, sorry, no, for Ghost.
When you play against this TOX roster, it is sometimes very difficult to know when should you be super patient or when you want to be aggressive.
Because you know they'll make you pay.
They will.
Either
You
one
know
of
that,
those
yeah.
incorrectly, and you're too aggressive, they'll kill you. You're too slow, they'll take map control.
And you know, and sometimes you just got to go with the flow, and you can't overthink it because that's just extra pressure on your shoulders. But a 3v3 fight up top. Let's see what's going to happen. Mental pushes on through. He gets a kill. He's looking for a second, but Monkeys had something there waiting for him.
Problem is, there's still more TOX resources up.
Oh.
Monkeys is forced to
He almost got that headshot about Praise there.
forced to back away. Be neutral for now. Again, as the half develops, the respawn timer does
If nobody
get low.
caps B, this is definitely a draw, the way that clock is ticking.
Bear in mind, Dezo, 1 respawn left, down to his final. Identives is at 2 of 5. For TOX, it's really the lowest is Praise and Mental, both with 3. And we are at the last round of the half, so
Dezo has 1 spawn.
yeah, potential for a 4v5. He has to play his life, has to value it very, very wisely.
They're looking for angles. Solar is going to try to scan the map and see what he can find. He sees the push may come through. Typically in Gears of War, when you see those nades get thrown, pushes follow right after because the nades are so important. You don't want to waste those, rather if it's a smoke or a flash.
B has finally been kept up here, but pressure on the other side comes in over towards the A hill.
Good transition there by Ghost. They recognize, they says, hey, we need to go get something. We can give up B and go for this home hill. They're stacked up on their opponent's side of the map. They need to make sure that they have mid control. And I actually like this Ghost Gaming setup.
How long can you hold it for before TOX break through? That's the big question.
You don't want to see, now what Dezo just did right there, he got too close for comfort.
But luckily, Monkeys made the play. He recognized Mental was really
So smart.
tunnel vision, so he was able to force a 1v1. Mental
So
will
smart.
go down as all Ghost Gaming play wide. 60 seconds, Ghost take this round. If they wanted to, they could maybe try and put pressure over towards B. Pull back towards a different setup, but it looks as if the home hill setup is working. Explosive is forced into 1v2. Survives, shuts down Chaos, but 2 more players are there. 1 around the flank. Monkeys and Identities both pick up wins.
2 down for TOX.
And that's what they're going to do. They may actually just end up trading hills or maybe the trip cap domination.
Sleeper has that mark, so he has to defend it. Solar says, hey, spawn up. I got B. We're not out of it just yet.
Well, it's the last round. They're going to use all their resources possible. They're going to have to spawn up and just try and save the round if possible. Be neutral, but the lead is big. 202 to 126. Sleeper drops. Summons now flying forward. Can he get his teammate in time? No, he can't. Praise the shutdown.
B-Hill still capped as well for Ghost. I saw it get decapped when Solars was over there in the area, but the Ghost did get control over it again. They win in 10 seconds. Here's the push by Tox. Can Summons get the first chunk? He cannot. His teammate falls, but he is still in the mix, and they cannot get it done. Ghost gets another round on the board.
And make it 4-2 as we head into the half. And now we go back to the high respawn timers. The map will stay as is. So a couple of big changes from Gears 4 to Gears 5. A glance at the scoreboard, a couple players playing extremely well on the side of TOX. One of which is Mental. He's having a wonderful performance. 26-8 he currently sits at after one half. Very well played indeed.
Man.
That's your season 1 Gears.
And if you guys did not know, in this Gears, eliminations are a combination of kills and downs now.
Yes. Yes, they are. Makes your support players feel more valued.
Exactly, right? Give them some love.
Sometimes they feel a little undervalued. You know, rightfully so.
Very true. And I believe in this game that they're going to get a lot of...
player myself.
Oh, is that what you are?
Hey, man. When we're playing the Town Gears, I went your ribs.
What's your specialty? Trash talk?
Hey, man, it works. Does it not? Team morale?
I'll pick you up anytime.
See, that's
I just need a super squad.
Hey.
What? I'm just being honest.
I can hold my own sometimes.
Yes, you can.
There you go. See, that's all I needed to hear. As Explosive already managed to find a down in this round. The instant button, of course, was pushed. And a couple of kills will be secured for TOX. It's just a matter of time as Chaos drops. Explosive can look over towards the left now, where Summons has fallen. Sleeper was able to capitalize there briefly on Explosives, looking the other way. But in terms of Hills capped, right now it's just F. It's just TOX's home.
They're trying to get this E-Hill cap so they can start getting some points on the board. Their Ghost is doubling back to cap their home. Some flashes are going out. And that was a beautiful flash. And I think Explosive recognized it, but then he saw Chaos staring right at him. And he's like, nope, can't get the E-Hill. That's going to have to stalemate for now. But on the flip end, hey, who has that lead? It's going to be TOX.
15 points.
They don't have to be too overzealous if they don't want to, but when you're a champion, and actually even in Gears, you want to take any advantage that you can get when you can get it. So if he can find an angle on those players and force them to get flustered and roll back and create some shots for his team, by all means, do it.
The game slows down completely.
Man, I promise, I can't wait to play rank with you, because I'm going to be, because you always yelling at me in league play, not treating me right. What? I'm about to write a report. Call it HR.
I would never do such a thing.
I can't. Wait, you about to get that same treatment.
But hold on a minute. The kill's coming in for TOX. Mental was ready to push the instant button as soon as Ghost tried to make any play over towards E. And there's a man advantage now.
Oh!
Race does go down.
Call it a reality check.
Chaos is traded though.
But this is the real reality check.
Won't be inside the E hill. The home hill of Ghost is safe for now. And considering just how long that was, really just one hill cap for both teams, there's still a long time left in this game.
Anybody's round soon. So we're gonna have TOX double back, and they just picked up their new Marxes and new retros. Ghost already have their sets.
35 seconds, and it will be TOX winning this round, going up 5-2. Ghosts don't have long now. And it looks as if they're going to try and make the play over towards the F side of the map.
Oh, that retro hurts.
Explosive finds it down. Can he find the kill? Not yet, but team support over towards the right should be enough. And based on a quick glance at the map and the fact that Tola's just shut down Identives at E, this round is over. TOX are going to take it. 5-2, the advantage.
You know, when it comes down to a map like Forge Blitz, you typically put a big power weapon up top, but in all actuality, you still have to play up there. That part of the map still holds so much weight because of the butting, because of that button and being able to block off that neutral hill.
The second side, absolutely.
So we see both these teams just prioritizing their homes. You know, they got Marxes, they're about to get some snipers as well. It's going to be long-range weapons across the board.
TOX has won control tower fight almost every single time.
But they respect.
It wouldn't surprise me if they said, let's reward ourselves.
Well, I wouldn't say. I think it's more so of a 50-50 fight up top.
I don't think it has been. TOX has won it.
Dezo and Identis have been playing great up there. And so that was going to be the placement. Oh, look at both teams working together to put a boom shot in the middle. Look at the love on the main stage.
Teamwork makes the dream work. People TOX say we'll put some incense down.
And then Ghost says, you know what, let's upgrade that.
We'll upgrade it straight away. How about a boom shot? You're going to want to play for those incense just a little bit more now, TOX, because it just got upgraded.
I love that.
That's going to change this fight massively now.
And you know what? I like that placement with the boom shot there. Keep everybody in those same positions. You see Dezo fighting for inches against Explosives. Explosives miss rolls, but he makes Dezo pay for it. Now going to pull out that pistol to take out Identifs.
And here's the big problem, because the fight up top was won again by TOX, so they're going to collapse in. Boom will be acquired by TOX. Just a matter of time before they officially pick that bad boy up and put it to some use. And the kills as well seem to be falling in their favor.
Sleeper.
There it is.
He's trying to get out of dodge, rotating around the incinerator, trying to get back to his teammates, but precision shots coming in from Praise. E-Hill will get capped, trip cap domination coming through. They can both stay here for this one if they want to.
Oh, it's actually going to be pushed, but they cap E anyway. Can they hold F to secure the trip cap? No, they can't. Ghost do break through.
Big round here for Ghost. Going down 6-2 versus 5-3 is a huge difference. Mental very, very weak with that boom shot. He's gonna have to suicide it. Better to do it that way and take one to the grave rather than give it to your opponent.
Absolutely. Don't have to worry about the new boom for about 80 seconds.
Oh!
Actually gets himself a double. Solos of Praise both full. The instant button was pushed recently too, so they don't have to worry about that. ED capped. Ghost will now chip away at the TOX lead. About 70 points right now, but if Ghost can hold on to a 2-1 hill advantage, they will win this round.
Okay, so it's gonna start to slow down now in this round. New boom shot will be up in 48 seconds. New Marks is up in 10 seconds. Optic is about to have, TOX is about to have a new retro.
This is a big defensive play though, because Sleeper and Chaos both fine too. TOX could be in a little bit of trouble here if they all fall. Chaos drops, Sleeper with another 2. Only one player alive, it's Summons. He's top B right now, and he pushed the instant button. There's 2 free kills for him. 108 seconds, Ghost win this round.
Man, that was a great push there by Summons, but as you can see, Ghost has the remaining player in that area.
This is a big 1v1. They're playing Ring Around the Rosie. The fight controls
Especially, this will control who gets boom shot as well, because now Summons has the angle over top. Boom shot spawns in 6 seconds, so this is a big, important push here by TOX. If they can win this engagement, they'll win a round.
The fight's still going on over towards the mid-neutral hill. Mental may now actually just rotate over towards the new boom. Team kill does come through. Chaos grabs it.
Okay.
Instantly goes down, and I believe he didn't have time to back pocket that.
I don't think he is. It's definitely in his hand. He's going to time him out, but there's the boom.
Oh, that's so nice of you. Thank you for a free treat. Mental will claim it, and then he'll rotate that straight back.
So let's see what they're going to do with the boom. Now, at this point, TOX, they win in 20 seconds. They have a boom shot. 3 players sitting back. Ghost is going to choose not to use their spawns now. They says, hey, we're okay.
Yeah, you don't want to waste them. If you make a heroic play, fair play to you. But it will be without Dezo and Chaos alive. Both of them will just watch. Someone shuts down Sleeper. And that is the round. 6-2. Blaze, deja vu?
You know, I would say it's over, but, you know, it's been a crazy day. It's been a crazy day, and I think those guys on the main stage realize it as well, that this is a serious one.
Notice just how more quiet the TOX players have been throughout map 3.
I don't think Ghost is worried, though. You got to understand, Foundation is coming up next. So is Dam as well. Foundation is the last map. Dam is actually coming up next, which is even more in favor of Ghost.
So far, it's been 7-5, map 1, 7-6, map 2. TOX.
I like how they chose to use the block. Both teams opting to block that marks for each other.
It's just like out of pettiness. It's like, oh, you gonna block my marks? Well, yours is gone too.
You got to, and I think that was a great placement by TOX to say, hey, let's take your favorite weapon out for the next 3 rounds,
yeah, you ain't making
and put that pressure on you.
Yeah, you ain't making this comeback now.
But that's gonna bring that extra player down to the fight of boom shot, which may pay off for Ghost.
But again, on that control tower side of the map, TOX has won this fight every round convincingly. They really haven't been challenged at all. Finally, maybe for the first round, things might change. Monkeys with a double. Mental is still alive up top. Boom has been taken and will be rotated out, but you still have to worry about Mental pushing the instant button. He's still up there. That fight has lasted a very, very long time. That was what I was worried about. He will push it, and it will find a kill onto Sleeper, but it doesn't matter because the kill comes through.
Also, I will say that you cannot, so back in Gears 4, on the second half of this map, you can spawn up and hit the pipes in front of that home hill and up-A the pipes with a spawn shield, so you at least got one free shot on the hill every single time. But in this game, the spawn shield ends right before you get there, so you have to fight it. You have to play, be smart about it when you're trying to approach that home hill to decap.
Oh, really? We're just gonna put that energy out into the world, are we?
Those are gonna be snipers soon, I think.
Ghost won map 2 after being down 6-2. Well, they were down 6-2 here in game 3.
Production curse, maybe?
Maybe drop shot.
Or production blessing. We'll see soon.
Yeah, I feel like you have to mimic it. You don't really have much choice.
But one thing, and the reason why I said that blocking those marks may help Ghost, because sometimes when teams are very reliant on those secondary weapons, it can keep some players out the fight. But now Ghost is going to have this wolf pack mentality. He says, hey, let's run around with our shotguns and stay together. That's
no mirror. TOX say, no. We fancy the long shot instead of the drop.
I think they said, hey, we watched Chaos miss all those drops earlier. Let's not worry about it too much, and we'll just go to sniper route.
Maybe.
But now is going to be the time for him to redeem himself.
More than ever.
Yeah, Dezo picked it up.
Summons will have the long shot as well. So sniper in his hands. Round 10 underway. Ghost already identifies down and out. Explosive will make sure of that. Is that going to be enough to take control of the boom? Well, Summons is fighting with the long shot.
He has no more shots.
No more shots in. Pulls out the pistol. His teammates there to try and help assist with the fight. And Sleeper in a 1v2. He's done well to last as long as he did. Finally, Summons shuts him down. TOX take full control of the map, and more importantly, the boom shot as well.
So Dezo just tried to use the drop shot to stop the boom shot pickup from explosives, but he did miss. And now one boom shot will be in the hands of TOX. No more snipes, no more drop shots. So the boom shot being the only power weapon of any value currently. So let's see if TOX can use that to end this round before a new set of drops come up.
Here's the crazy thing. Sniper, drop, and boom are all going to come up respawn at exactly the same time.
That's true.
So you're going to have to make sure you're perfect as explosive. Well, he hasn't been perfect there. A team kill comes through with the boom, but he makes up for it as he shuts down Identives and he leaves Chaos scrambling for his life. TOX still with a 2-to-1 hill advantage. D&E in their control, and more importantly, control tower controlled by TOX as well.
64 seconds to all the power weapons are up once again, and they're going to be in three corners.
Here's the thing. TOX is going to win this round in 71 seconds, so you're not really going to be able to rely on those weapons to win you this round. You have to make a play before that just to give you a little bit more time. The problem Ghosts are having, though, kills still coming in for TOX.
The E-Hill is the one that needs to get decapped, but they know they can't do it with explosives. Watch it and having control over that button. You're right, Ben. They have to fight the fights. They can't get the power weapons, but the fights are being won by Ghost. So
you got to OE. You have to OE. You have to put pressure on the home hills, because right now, if you don't have control tower, there's no way you can cap it. You can maybe bait out.
This is going to be a 2v2 fight. Whoever these players are from Ghost are about to fight the duo of Mental and Explosives.
They're pinching, and that may be the saving grace, but I think Mental may have just realized.
They didn't call it a pinch. They didn't call it. So he is going to be behind them.
I'm not sure. Monkeys.
The flank is there.
Time Explosive says thank you very much. There's a free one, but it is Chaos. Can Chaos get a double?
Wow.
No, he can't. Explosive with the pick.
Monkeys didn't have to push. He pushed 2 seconds too soon right there. He knew his teammate had the flank.
And that, honestly, could be the round. He is
no, it's not over yet.
He is being decapped. That's just going to give you a little longer. You still need to get over towards D. Ghost, this is your last chance. 10 seconds, all that remains. Drop shot is out. Dezo picks up. Oh my goodness! Dezo with a double. He's on D. They're decapping D. I can't believe it. Time is paused.
If they don't jump in the E-Hill.
You still need hill control. Trip cap coming through. Ghost Gaming, can you do it? Ghost Gaming.
Oh
yes,
my God.
I cannot believe how resilient this team really is. The brink of losing the map and somehow, some way finding a clutch to stay alive in game 3.
Who wants it more is the question. At the end of that round, Ghost showed them once again. Oh, we can get you.
Not again. Now,
It's not over.
Now this is where, I've never said this before, but TOX might be thinking, oh no, not again.
I don't know if they've ever thought that, but if any time it is, it's now.
If Ghosts win this next round,
Oh, Ashes is sweating.
we may see the look of doubt.
Well, stressing.
The look of doubt on TOX faces, which I have never, ever seen. I don't even know what it looks like when Explosive doubts himself. I've never seen it.
Man, well, you know what? If they lose 2 maps, 6-2 leads.
No.
But I wouldn't count them out, though. Even if they did that, you still don't count them out. I think we just finally see their true form.
I mean, we're seeing Ghost's true form.
Well, granted, no, their true form is out on the main stage right now. I'm not gonna. They're fighting. Both these teams are fighting for their life.
Pistols both placed. And the last weapon placement was Ghost. Look again to stay alive. The fight for Boom underway. Stuns out, and TOX will take advantage. Praise has it. There's the kill. Oh, he's goes down, but it's a drop shot from downtown. Connects with Solars. In terms of numbers, it's a 4v4 for how long? Summon shuts down Chaos.
Stop.
And all right, Summons, I know you like your
The
montages as much
playmaker.
as the next guy.
What a
but
play.
He somehow gets a second
To
as
back
well.
up and wait for a teammate to come.
Instant button, complete press. Summons has to roll out.
So I want to talk about that initial because it was a beautiful play by TOX. They double stunned the guy that was the closest to the drop, to the boom shot. They had 3 players in position so they can quick pick it, but just when they got the kill and thought they can get away, Ghost was prepared with the drop shot from downtown to catch the back line. Great trade and kills, and they're back into this fight.
2-1 hill advantage. TOX locking the E hill for Ghost. Now they look to try and give themselves any advantage, anything they can find. Someone's still with a sniper rifle. He's looking over towards the home hill of Ghost. That's not where the fight is going to be. I just heard a war cry from Explosive trying to call out how many were pushing. Nice shots into Identis with the pistol. He will go down. Is Dezo in a position to go for the revive? No, he's not. Explosives will assist there as Solars gets the kill onto Identis, but
They have to take this player out quickly, yeah.
Praise goes down. Is that going to be enough? I'm not sure.
Oh, yeah, you gotta get those revives. TOX almost hit a great double down at E to force that push.
In terms of your respawn for Boom, 30 seconds. Drop shot and snipe, 45. 15 seconds offset there. Boom will be first. And the round will end in 60 seconds. If things stay this way, it will be TOX that take it.
Another nail biter.
We've been in this situation before, and Ghost was able to clutch up last time. Can they do it again?
Oh, what angle was that?
How resilient.
What angle was that? That was disgusting. Dezo over the top of the cut.
This is the push, but the help is there. Solars with 3, he finally falls. It's Identives now who's gonna have to be the hero. He's gonna have to be the playmaker for Ghost. Can he do it? He goes down, Dezo goes down, and if you're Ghost, you have to fly off spawn. You need a damn near miracle to win this round.
Well, they've been cashing in a few.
But
I
here's
don't
the
know if they
problem.
got any more.
Chaos and Monkeys, they're both down and out. This is now a 3v5. You need a big performance from Ghost if they're going to extend this round. There's surely no way. There's surely no way TOX throw this away.
Not in a 3v5, Ben. Oh, they're pushing for it.
There's no one in a position to get to F. Game 3 was close, but TOX will take it. They give themselves an advantage in this grand
Different vibe
final.
right there. That's a different
They go
vibe.
up 2-1. There's no trash talk this time. Instead, it's business as usual. Focus on the side of TOX.
That round, the 4th round in which Ghost won off that crazy clutch was important because it showed that they were still in it fighting. Yeah, they lost the map 7-4, but it was a well-fought 7-4.
Well, 3 maps done in our best of 5. And it's 2-1 TOX. Ghosts have shown us, though, they are incredibly resilient. We'll be back after this with map 4 on down.
Don't do that. Don't do that to me. Don't do that to me, bro. Come on.
Taking off my watch. I'm about to take off my bracelets. I'm about to get real comfortable in this
About to
bitch,
take
bro.
off their pants.
Don't do that. Don't do that to me. Don't do that to me, bro. Come on.
Last one. You're the best, Billy.
more.
We're choking these kids out, bro. Again, we're choking them out.
Yeah, it is. Is it?
Yep.
I don't know. Did nobody? No, they played it in a Swiss stage, but I think this is the first time.
Sorry, I mean in the actual. The tournament
Agreed.
itself. And there's a look, of course, how the best of 5 has gone so far. 7-5, TOX 7-6, Ghost 7-4, TOX.
I'm okay with like a 7-3 Ghost here.
Ghosts need to win this map to force a game 5.
Patterns.
We'll see. TOX looking comfortable. The game about to get underway.
Yeah.
How resilient truly are Ghosts. They've shown in rounds, they showed in map 2 that they have what it takes.
They,
now your back's truly against the wall.
TOX feels like they should have been out of here already. They should have been out of here a map ago. They're like, man, we got to play a map 4. They're getting locked in, but they got to have the right mindset because Ghosts can come out swinging, and I do think they will come out swinging.
They have to.
Let's talk about some of their performances on this map in Gears 4. Both these teams were very good at this map. And Ghost has beaten that TOX roster on Damn a few times, I want to say, throughout the 2 seasons. This was a map that teams were scared to play Ghost on. Whenever you saw both these squads, people were banning them in a pick and ban selection process, but now they get to play it here to see if we can go to map 5.
That was Gears 4. This is Gears 5, though. We'll see if the same will become true. You ask about weapon spawns. Well, we'll wait and see.
Yeah, where do they go?
Where do they go?
Because we don't see it on this overhead map.
Nope.
But I'm going to assume that they do go in a regular locations that they already do, so. All right.
Wait and see to the end of the round, but round number 1 underway. And it's already going to be TOX that established dominance over towards B. 2-1 hill set up in their favor.
All right, Dennis is already getting aggressive. He's going to say, typically we see teams sometimes use this. Ooh, stop it.
Lord.
Stop it.
My Lord.
Talk about coming out throwing punches.
Well, there's a quick 2, and now the pinch over towards B could come through. Solars is trapped, but he's managed to get
his team needs to push.
Sleeper has to help, but the problem is Mental's right over
Shoot
the
that.
wall.
Shoot back.
Now maybe the chance. Sleeper has to be careful because he is going to get pinched. Again, teammates.
Vamos. And he gets in and he gets one.
There's your
They're
Vamos.
trying to clean up another one, but Mental is going to slither away and try to make them pay for it.
B should be good now for Ghost Gaming after that because, again, remember the respawns at their highest in the early rounds. The problem is there's a 1v3 essentially on the pit side, the platform side. There's no way Ghosts are going to be able to win that one.
So one of the strategies that teams do is that when they see their opponent has the B hill captured, because that B hill, it is very easy to fortify on it and it's very hard to break a good defensive setup. So teams will just rush that platform pit area and go for a back flank on the home hill of their opponent, because if they can get that kill, they can force them to break their own setup.
Well, if it stays like this, it will be a Ghost win in just over 60 seconds, but something tells me I don't think it is. It's going to stay like this. I expect one good push from TOX, if nothing else. As of right now, TOX do have full control of platform and pit side, but
yeah,
don't think they can afford necessarily to play for A because they've got a lot of resources.
Chaos just needs to, hold his Lancer out. He has the shock. He's ready. He's in a good position to get some of the first damage on him. When he sees that smoke goes out, that's his cue to throw his shock. Some of the TOX players are going to alternate their pushes so that they don't all get shocked. Well, so they don't all get flashed by that nade, and now they're going to slowly make it in. And now this fight's going to change a little bit.
This is good because they haven't been able to establish a decap over towards B. Now a couple of players do get inside. You cannot afford to let them cap. Oh, as a push comes through, Chaos reads it. Solars will pay with his life.
He needs that Lancer back out to put some damage. Play his position.
Getting a little spread out now. Summons may want to try and force it. 29 seconds. You got to be careful.
Ghost needs all 4 players in this fight working together.
That's 3 dead if the pickup doesn't come through. Trip cap, and it's almost deja vu from what we saw in map 2. TOX take round 1.
That can't happen.
With a trip cap domination.
That can't happen. You saw Ghost Gaming was a phenomenal setup at top on that B hill. Chaos was in a great position. He gets first blood. They recognized that it just became a 4v3. Chaos was fine. You can see him arguing there on his screen. He's saying that, hey, I got my kill. You guys got to push up. You guys got to utilize the numbers. And we are going to see 2 new we are going to see 2 new weapon selection locations. So before, at the top of pumping station was 2 weapon spawns, but now those got moved to the other side of the map. So, very interesting.
Yep, maybe some extra resources for, well, at least in Gears 4 was very common, the boom pit fight. Saw that so frequently on them.
I like that.
In Gears 5, though, that's the question.
I think that's a better locations, because typically a lot we saw in Gears 4, you know, those top dual spawns were utilized some, but not as much as I'm pretty sure maybe the Coalition would have liked them to. So moving them down to the other area, now both of the secondary weapons can have an influential fight on where these teams like to play. And I'm pretty sure they got a lot of data understanding that these teams love that pit fight on this map.
Oh, they sure do. As round 2 underway. TOX fighting for B already. Solas will shut down Identives. I think you could honestly argue that Ghost should have won that first round. A big misplay. They find themselves a round down. Praise is full red but escapes and will be able to stay alive. Now a push coming through from Ghost, and there's going to be TOX players there ready and waiting. Stuns out as well. Ghost in trouble.
Yes, they are. Chaos, he finds one, and Monkeys gets another. He's just trying to stay alive, but he's putting damage. No, these players are trying to escape. Almost killed his teammate there accidentally. This is where you need one Lancer in the mix.
Someone.
Or don't push it.
Fire.
You know, just back up and hold the setup.
Well, the problem is they had that exact setup last round, and
well, hopefully they've learned, and I think Chaos chewed them out at the end of that round as well.
I hope so. There's now the exact same setup we had in round 1. It's Ghost controlling their home and the B hill. This time, though, TOX might be looking at pushing over towards C.
The key player here is the guy at pumping station closest to the B hill, because he needs to see the transitions coming off this platform. So Ghost Gaming needs to track where TOX is going so they don't get caught off guard. I love the setup there by Ghost, but we're going to see soon how TOX is going to plan on breaking this one. You see they got 3 players set up there. The flashes are going to come out. They're going to stun one. Monkeys is super hurt. The focus from TOX is great. Good team fire. They're getting super aggressive, and Explosive is going to get one and show what you do when you get a first blood, and he's going to get a second as well. Beautiful back A. They say, hey, our team captain, go get that third as well.
Yep, you use your numbers to just abuse the other team and get even more numbers. And once again, Ghost Gaming with a 2-to-1 hill setup get broken.
Overextension on the other side of the map. The A hill is uncontested, and I think that's going to be Sleeper who made it over there to extend this round.
It's a lifeline for now, but can Ghost bring themselves back into it? They have the lead, but they will not win this round.
This setup right here, when both these teams start building power weapons on that new weapon location, it's going to be easier to get out of this if some team has you trapped.
Well, for now, Tripcat coming through once again. Explosive will fall. And the round not over just yet. As C gets decapped. 182, 198. That's 4 dead. Chaos's last man. Round
he held that shot.
Over. TOX 2-0 up here in depth.
I think he got a vein popping out his forehead. I ain't seen that in a while. I can't remember what event that was. Can you remember the event you seen him? Toronto?
Not a long time, and he has 10 kills.
Toronto, I think it was. Maybe. Toronto was the last time I saw him take his hat off.
Second weapon placement. What are we going to see? It's strange because 2 rounds in a row, Ghosts have really controlled.
Is this worth it though? Okay. Yeah, I think you should go for those homes. Start getting something in there. A little extra utility for now to guard the home hill when players are pushing. But TOX is gonna say, hey, let's use the smoke, because we can use some smokes when we're trying to make some breaks and trying to get into these hills. Utilize those 2 smokes with the 2 shocks. If Ghost gets a good fortification on top of that B hill, and Ghost is gonna say, hey, you know what? We like that plan. We're gonna match your placement and go into round number 3.
Well, 14 seconds. Is the respawn delay. I believe there was someone there after 2 rounds and 0 eliminations on the Ghost side. Someone definitely gonna need to try and step things up a little bit. As the round starts to develop once again, the big push over.
Someone's taking a lot of damage.
Identives looking to maybe find a pick for Ghost Gaming. Anything, any small, even the smallest of advantages, a good stunt. And now a push for Ghost Gaming. Explosives will go down. His teammate.
Oh, he meleeed him. He was going to try to melee him and revive him instantly, but that's the issue with doing that sometimes when your teammates are too weak, because if your opponent hits that last bullet, instead of giving your teammate full health, you're going to end up killing them.
Well, that's the case there. But Ghost with the man advantage now needs to spiral this round out of control. It's going to be kept up. Dezo with the double. Solar and Praise both fall, but is it enough now to put pressure on towards C? The resources should be coming very, very shortly.
Oh,
Stun
that's
connects on Dezo. He's not able to capitalize, but his teammates are there. How much damage can they do? Well, Monkey's able to
the
find
revive.
one, but
And
that is it.
That's why you press X before you shoot, folks. Especially in this updated version of Escalation and with using Warzone rules. You may want to make sure you revive your teammates every chance you get.
Never know just how important it could be. An extra shot can be the difference maker. And this Ghost back away from B. They don't have the numbers yet, but they may be thinking about a very quick retake here. 113 to 88. TOX with the 2-to-1 hill advantage.
So you're gonna see TOX, they're gonna take the lead soon, but this is where we get to see those smokes get utilized.
And Ghost had good use last map. Very good use, but now you got to use them again.
They're about to try to break this hill. So Dezo's gonna be on the platform, and yeah, you're right, they do have time because you saw how they won initially. They almost had the trip cap domination. If we had the stat for it, I think more trip cap dominations came on this map than any other map that we've had that we played in Gears 4.
100%. Team one. As now all of a sudden the push comes through. Identives has to try and hit that shot, get that kill. He's not going to be able to do so. He goes down. Teammate in a position to go for the revive.
Everybody got up.
Praise shuts down Sleep for the man advantage now, heavily in favor of TOX. It's a 5v3 as TOX look to close out round 3, give them a big, big lead. And Ghost to left scrambling away with 20 seconds left. This is it. You need a hero play now.
I like how, I can pretty much tell in that position, Ash just called him off, say, hey, play for the 2. You're okay, play for the 2. Your B setup is great. You guys got the home hill. You guys are doing fantastic. Don't give them anything for free.
Sleeper in Desert obviously opting not to respawn here, so it is a 3v5.
Wow.
Matter of time before that round.
That second shot that Summons chunked him with was pretty disgusting.
If you're Ghost now, do you think about putting something in pit? Think about changing this fight because it clearly is not working.
Well, you really can't do that.
Interesting, right?
Yeah. Typically, most teams will say, hey, slap the boom down low on the pit fight right away and have everybody fighting towards that platform. That was both of these teams' strong suit. But if you do that the way that this weapon tree is set up and the way that we've seen weapon placements play out, if that happens, you may lose out on a valuable placement that you would need. So going into the later rounds, but they say, hey, we want our marks over here at B, and that's going to help him out a lot. On the flip end, incinerator grenades.
And since for Ghost, TOX up to put the marks up top B.
They can still change that into a drop shot as well. And that's going to be so useful when it comes down to breaking those B hill setups.
Well, TOX once again in the driver's seat of a grand final. You may not have heard that exact phrase, but it's the same 5 players who are used to being in this situation.
This is a big round for Ghost.
You need to just stop the bleeding, right? Stop the momentum of TOX.
And actually, I called that wrong. TOX put the markser, Ghost put the incense. So it's actually more of an advantage for Ghost there in that situation.
Solar's is going to claim it, though, so no advantage needed. Solar's will fall, though. It was the Incin of Dezo that did catch him. But the fight for B still underway.
Oh, he could have saved his teammate if he didn't hesitate, I think.
Well, his teammate's no longer there, guy.
He's not there anymore. And actually, he couldn't. They had players coming up, getting ready for that chain revive. And they were going to try to down him out. But Monkey's too overzealous in his opponent's spawn. Didn't recognize it. And this is something that actually TOX does very, very well. They sit so far back in the spawn because that prevents any type of overextension. And they know that as soon as you cap that B hill, every team's first reaction is to go for your home hill. So they always put at least one player all the way back there.
So deep. Then they get all the information on players crossing, and as soon as they get that information, if they are at B, they just wrap all the way back to their spawn.
The new incinerator grenade comes up in 49 seconds. So if they chose to wait for that, it'd be about a 30-second difference, but they can wait and get
too much though. I mean,
and also, but you knew Marks that comes up in 30 right before, so they're gonna have to deal with that if they want to. I think Ghost should give it a shot now.
And you have to. You don't really have much of a choice. And I think that's gonna be the play. A kill does come through. It's explosive that drops.
They need some good stuns.
Here comes the push. Leaper gonna try and lead the charge. Chaos with one. They have a 2v1. Nice
Good teamwork.
Mental and Summons both full. They'll be able to claim the marks of the B hill. Instants are gonna be up, but now maybe Ghost smell blood, wanting to push.
They gotta do it now. Explosives is bouncing around there towards our left. These two players are backed up. Only 3 players alive for TOX. Ghost, I want to see them make an attempt because they don't win. I want to see them not wait for the players to respawn.
Too late. It's too late. Everyone from TOX is up. You have to now hold 2-to-1 hills for 60 seconds.
They got to push while TOX is pushing. Somebody needs to hit that truck. But instead, they're going to try to go for it and fight.
Backing away. They're backing away, feeling the pressure. Now you have to win the fight.
That's important.
Will. He shuts down Summons. Still one more in front of him. Explosives elsewhere has shut down Dezo. It's a 2v1. Mental. He can make these plays. You cannot allow him to. You both have to play a little wide. Mental tagged up. A Mental will fall. Identives takes care of business.
Incendiary grenade is spawned up as well.
They're being trip capped. A will be touched. However, you have 9 seconds now. In fact, the trip cap isn't going to come through. You have to touch the hill. Identives clutches up, but
it is going to come through. It doesn't even matter.
And another round where Ghost have 2-to-1 hill advantages and do not push at the correct time. And TOX
the
are
hesitation
laughing at them.
Ghost set up for a phenomenal push, threw a great shot, used their teamwork at B, got a double kill. They told one guy to stay back to cap the hill. Their teammate had a 1v1 with explosive on the other end. They had to use their numbers to take the 3v2 in a truck, force the fight, force the chaos, but instead...
Force the game to turn around.
Yeah,
do anything
do something rather than sit back and let them all spawn up. They needed to at least take their numbers at that truck, offset it, and just get in there and finish off that round. You can't be passive there in that situation.
There it is. I was waiting for it. It was only a matter of time. Boom shot in pit. We were so used to this in Gears 4. We're 4 rounds in the first half, and finally Ghost say, it's just not working. It just isn't working. We need these rounds maybe to end a little quicker, and, well, Boom pit fights. Rounds have been known to end in about 30 seconds or so.
Hammerburst in the home truck of TOX. Up 4-0. Ghost needs this round. They do not want to go down 5-0 in this map 3 because TOX is on fire.
Already a down, and the kill comes through as well. Identives was able to shut down Summons though. Boom still on the ground, yet to be picked up.
Oh, and so you're going to start to see Mental push around. He's looking for the angle, and I think they're going to try to go for the Mr. Krabs and just get the points.
Nah, well, there's no one at B just yet, and the player that was capping A back to way. Identives now does have Boom. They're going to rotate that across.
I don't know, does he pick it up now? Yes, he does.
Home hill grab for both. Mental now left in a 1v4. It's just operation try and shut down one if you can. That's if Ghosts want to try and push it. Mental just abuses Dezo.
Yeah, you can't, yeah. He found something, and that's what makes him so great, right? You know he's at least going to take one to the grave and try to keep the numbers in your team's favor. But Chaos got aggressive on praise. He kills him towards those baby stairs in the middle. Summons trying to find a good angle, but he's going to retreat for now. And you're going to see TOX give up the B hill. Still early on in this round. New marks responds in 60 seconds. Incendies in 38. Those belong on the Ghost Gaming side of the map. And Boom shot in 68 seconds.
We've been here before, guy. Ghost, 2-to-1 hill advantage. Ghost, win the round if they hold.
But this time, they're going to have to decide when do they want to break the setup to get the Boom shot, if they want to do so.
If TOX decide to play for Boom and they put numbers there, you just hit their home hill. You try and just trip cap them right there and then.
But it's going to take your home hill player to get angles, to get numbers. Dennis had one Boom shot, and he finally used it. Great job there holding it towards the end. But this is where Ghost has to be meticulous. They have to recognize their advantage now in a situation. They have to take those numbers. The guys on the front line, they have to be aggressive. They have to go out there trying to take disadvantage, make the most of it. And now they're going to get another kill. So
However,
what do they want to do here?
Mental is lingering over towards the Boom side. This is now where you need to push. Elsewhere, there's pressure over towards the A hill. Dezo takes care of it, but did it maybe distract Ghost enough? Because Boom is up in 10 seconds. TOX have full control.
New marks in the hand of Ghost as well. The incendiary grenade is there
good luck.
also.
30 seconds, you gotta hold another 2 to 1
Explosive can't
hill.
even get up the stairs. The boom shot has to make an awesome play, maybe get a double, but also on the flip end, I think that incendiary grenade is about to play a huge influence on blocking off one of these lanes that TOX is able to get into this B area with.
Oh, there's the first blood though. That's not good if you're Ghost. Dezo does find explosive. Boom goes through, doesn't connect with a kill, but Summons will finally find the pick on towards Dezo. The kills are coming through. Ghost are left scrambling. This is bad. This is very, very bad.
All you gotta do is hit an L trigger.
Sleeper finds one. Summons falls. Sleeper though has the support of Chaos. They have to find the kills.
Oh, it's like shooting ducks in a barrel.
And Ghost will win the round. Everyone on TOX falls. Their first of map 4.
Wake up, Ghost. They've had some crazy games today. Think about it. I think actually Ghost has played the most maps this weekend, probably out of any team.
No doubt.
You probably add up all the practice games, the Swiss stage, their matches on the main stage, and now this one. Of course, these boys are going to be tired. These are some long maps, Ben, and they are going back and forth.
It doesn't matter. You remember the clip earlier on of the Ghost guys saying, "We want to win it. We need to win this. This is ours for the taking." Now is the time where you got to let that passion give you that adrenaline, give you that extra energy to see you over the finish line. You're 4-1 down in game 4. TOX win this. Guess what? We're back where we were in Gears 4. Those 5 players back on top. Ghost have a chance to deny them that privilege, but they need to summon that energy from somewhere.
All right, I like how the map's laid out with the power weapons currently. You got to take a look at these eliminations. Solar's only with 2 lives, but fear not. Both teams will get a new set of respawns going into round number 7.
Yep. So this is the last round.
But you can still pick on them now, you know? If you can get these early kills on them, it can work out good for Ghost Gaming.
Great stuns, and Monkey's gonna take advantage of that. Summons goes down, there's the boom shot for Identives, and that's gonna be a double. Praise and Solars both full, but it's not over
Forward
just
add, up to
yet.
Mental.
Where is he?
On the home hill, defending it.
Well, he just has to buy a little bit of time.
This Marks is there. Oh, don't cut the corner too sharply. That reaction shot's gonna check his life a little bit. Players are respawning more quickly as well. 11-second respawns.
That took way too long to shut down Mental, and I think Ghost may end up paying the price. They're not going to be able to put the trick cap in.
Typically on this map, you can make that push on a round 6. You can get a 4-piece and just push towards your opponent's size, but that's more of a strategy that you can do in the earlier rounds. So we may see that more in round 7, but in this one, they probably should have just set up for a 2-cap.
It's going to be TOX now that do secure the 2-to-1 hill advantage.
Wow, look at that cheeky angle. That's a headshot.
Identives just tagging him up. Another shot. He has no idea. He has absolutely no idea, but Praise and Summons do. Here's the Monkeys both full. Identives is down as well. I don't think TOX can just now at least lock in a trip
all
cap.
of Ghosts pretty much are falling off though, but TOX recognizes that, hey, short respawns. We're not going to push that home hill.
Can't push it.
Set up. We're going to take these Marxes. We're going to fortify the B hill. Most of TOX's players are trying to rotate down low and get set up for the new boom. What Ghost needs to do is try to take that angle. I was going to say where Mental is, push across towards your opponent's L, but Mental already got in position, and he's blocking off that wide angle.
Boom up in 24. That's what they're waiting for. An Ensign will be available at 10, though. That could be influential on getting the new boom.
Good shot.
That's a great shot, but the smoke is out as well. They do get at least a little bit more map
control over Plat. I like it.
That's key. That Ensign is
gotta shoot
now
back.
available, but no one's in a position to pick it up. Instead, though, Mental will go down. Should be cleaned up, or... Yep, there it is, and Solar's also dropped. So this now a good opportunity for Ghost to close out this round.
Somebody's getting chased at B hill. Their home hill, Ghost Gaming's home is about to get decapped now by Praise. The boom is gonna go to that direction now.
You just gotta kill him.
You should not use the boom here.
Bear in mind, Solar's now, if he dies, he is out of this round. That would be a key target to use the boom on. The problem, time is of the essence. Praise is in a 1v2, and he's just found a kill on Identities. And Chaos may have to use the boom. It wasn't ideal.
That was such a win.
He couldn't afford to die. A very good play from Praise to bait that out.
Don't jam your reloads, because that's what happened there, and that halted the push.
Ensign available. Can they use it wisely? 34 seconds, and TOX go up 5-1. Explosive is down and out. He'll be respawning shortly, but Ghosts have to push. They have to be aggressive. B is still controlled by TOX. They have not given up control whatsoever of the mid-neutral hill. Summons flies forward. He finds one. And honestly, it's like men versus boys here on Dam. TOX just so good.
Yeah, they're doing a great job harassing Ghost. The Ghost just needs to take their advantages. They had a few rounds that this could easily be 3-3 currently.
Good.
Two rounds that they let get away from them. But it's not over yet.
That's been the story all series, though. You look back, even last month, the map they're winning. You know, it's just not. It's not easy. Even the big advantages they have, it's like shooting ducks in a barrel. Nice phrase, Blaze.
Hey, it was a perfect time for it as well.
Ducks in a barrel.
I'm gonna tell you how you got to think about these situations when you're down. You got
ducks in a barrel.
I said ducks in a barrel. What? It's like shooting ducks in a barrel. Well, fish in a barrel. Oh, okay. I'm like, ain't that the same? All right, here we go. Round number 7. The shocks come out. Ghost has players that are down, but the boom shot will be able to relieve some pressure from them. And now the trade-offs are there.
And to your point earlier on, it's these early rounds, right, where you have a big advantage because of how long those respawns are going to be. And this is what Ghosts need to do. They need to take advantage of it. It's plain and simple. There's a couple of players from TOX fall. The remaining players.
So you have to view it like this when you're down. Say, hey, we won 5 rounds in a row when we were down 6-2. Get 2 rounds now. Cut that deficit a little bit before they get to match point. And then, you know, you might have to make a comeback at that point, but it won't be a 5-rounder. But Ghost just has to say, hey, now is the time where we snap out of it. They got to give it their all. It's now or never on this round.
You cannot allow TOX to get to championship point. And they just need one
and
more
Marks
round.
is up, so both teams are going to be defending that one. Boom shot spawns in 68 seconds. Incinerator grenades for Ghost Gaming spawns in 54. They can technically get those and transition them down to the boom shot fight if they wanted to, but they have to win this fight at Marks at first to have that advantage.
You see just the value Marks has, just how many resources on this side of the map.
But take a look at what Explosive is doing. He's trying to force a mistake out of Ghost Gaming. You see him trying to get close, trying to find an angle. He's looking for openings to win a team fight. And Ghost Gaming on the other end, they're being patient, but rightfully so, because they have the 2-hill advantage.
Right.
Now, the Marks is in play, and both these teams are fighting for it. But take note, folks, this is the second half. No hills are on this side of the map anymore. So, you know, at any exactly at any moment, TOX can say, hey, let's go to the other side. What you're seeing is hammer burst and how much is hitting right there.
Oh, Mental Explosive with 2. There's number 3. Mental has to try and hunt him down. He does. And that is a flurry.
I don't think the fight was worth it.
A flurry of kills for TOX. Identive's last man up, 3 seconds. Cannot afford to die, otherwise the round will end. He survives. But now the trip cap is coming through. He wins this fight. But is he even going to be able to touch a hill? No, he's not. TOX with the trip cap domination. A rookie mistake from Ghost. They get baited into a fight.
You got to ask yourself, is the Marks worth it there? Is the Marks worth it? Explosive was able to get in, hit a few shots, get some damage in. You saw how filthy that hammer burst was. We haven't seen a lot of it throughout this tournament, but man, that gun is good.
Very good indeed. Championship point.
This can be, that's going to be a lock.
You have 6 of them. 6 championship points for TOX.
Hey, I'm just going to say it. I ain't got a tingle, but, you know, if we do see the 6-1 come back in the same series, you could just chalk it up for Ghosts. We're just going to call that now. But TOX has plenty of opportunities, and they are in good spirit. They have, 5 more weapon selections as well to utilize and get this game in their favor. So plenty of advantages that team has. So let's see how this fight's going to go. It's going to be a 4v5 in favor of TOX on the platform for control over the boom.
Oh, and Identity is going to be in a lot of trouble.
But the nades are being brought back. So one frag grenade being thrown into the pit, but it's on his team side. He's lucky to get summons with that nade.
Identity also does fall. And now there's a chance Or TOX might be able to get the boom, and they do. Praise just jumps straight on it, fires it out. Sleeper falls. TOX, they smell blood. Monkeys down as well.
Is this the victory lap?
Dezo scrambling away. 4 seconds before Sleeper's
Ghost
up.
still in it. They got their home hill. They have a 3v2 as well on top of the platform. Ghost is chasing TOX.
Don't have much choice as they look to just stay alive.
They
in the
got
grand
great
final.
numbers on this platform area, but they're rotating back towards B, but they can't get wide enough. So they, you know, one thing that you have to also take note of is that you're not just fighting for heals, you're fighting for map control as well too. If it's always a good position for you to be in. If Ghost Gaming had a quicker rotation after that team fight on the other end to get back around that pit area, it would have been so influential for them. But you're going to see Dezo with that marks, and they're going to bring this back to the fight. Still plenty of time on the board for Ghost to get something done. They're not out of it just yet. And we'll see what Dezo can get done with this marks.
Time is ticking. You're right, there is time, but you've got to be quick. You do have to start making moves early. Explosive shuts down Sleeper. That's going to slow down any Ghost Gaming push.
Oh, Smoke's in the mix.
It's a 5v4 briefly. It's a 5v3
That's
briefly.
thick with 3 Cs.
Chaos will fall as Ghost. There's nowhere they can run. There's nowhere they can hide. TOX shutting them down. That's 3 dead Sleeper and Identives. They have to stay alive, but at the same time, they have to be progressive. They have to find some form of map control.
They want to win this on points purposely.
40 seconds. Time ticking. Ghost have clutched up a couple of times in this final. This
is a desperation push by Identities. This is where he needs to be his best self all tournament.
He's already tagged up. 20 seconds.
He has no utility though.
There's nothing available.
Oh, that's a good Lancer. Explosives don't see the Chaos coming in from the pinch.
15 seconds.
Chaos,
Time
this is a big
ticking.
fight.
However,
but that's a double down over there. That's
Summons
what.
has grabbed Boom. Is there anything left in him?
D-Hill will get decapped. E-Hill needs to get capped now.
The problem is there's resources from TOX over towards E. They secure the final hill. The boom is out. Monkeys has to go huge. He's not going to be able to do so. And the Kings of Gears 4 remain on top. TOX Gaming, your champions.
Wow.
Here at the E-League Summer Series Invitational. Wow.
TOX Gaming gets it done again. Getting the first trophy of Gears 5. And you see those boys on the main stage. They had to fight hard for it. Ghost put up a good fight, but TOX got it done.
Congratulations once again to TOX Gaming, the champions here at the E-League Summer Series Invitational. They were on top all last game. Well, guess what? They're on top once again in Gears 5. A great moment for those 5 players.
A beautiful moment for them.
Dynasty already. It is
black and gold.
We'll send it over to Jordan with the boys to get their reaction.
Guys, huge congratulations right now. E-League Summer Series Invitational Champions Explosive. I want to start off with you. You guys came out before this event. You said you cannot be beaten. Many tried and all failed. How do you feel right now, and what is going through your mind?
Honestly, I'm feeling great, and I'm really proud of the team. I feel like every time somebody swings their hardest at us, we come back even harder. And that's really what this team does, and we're going to keep on doing that.
Congrats. Mental, come on over. Come on over. The Deadeye himself. So many times you were able to pull off huge moments for you and your guys over and over. Solars as well. How are you feeling, and where does that composure come from?
I mean, honestly, it's a great feeling, but obviously I couldn't have done it without my teammates. Whenever we're down, like, someone has to clutch up sometimes. It's the way the game goes. So we're really happy to get the first Gears 5 win.
Congratulations. Coach Ashes, I got to talk to you. Come on over. Come on over. Your guys are battle-tested. It was a close match over and over. Such a great fight from Ghost Gaming. For the new fans, why is this team so successful over and over?
I think one of the biggest contributors to our success is the hard work we put in. You know, we were the last team here last night going over stuff, and even when we got back to the hotel, we were the ones going over VOD and making sure we were prepared today. And they want to win for each other. You know, that they want to win for themselves as much as for each other, and that teamwork is what shows through when we win.
All right, last question. Come on over, Praised. Got to hear from you. All right, you guys are at the top of Gears 5. How are you going to celebrate this victory here tonight?
Probably like we always do, a nice little team dinner, you know, something like that, and really just hang out. We're not really party heads, you know what I'm saying? You don't see us at too many after parties, but we'll probably just hang out with each other, probably watch some VOD, we always do that, and probably eat again.
All right, guys, congratulations to you all. Now, don't go anywhere. We will be right back after a quick break to recap this match. Don't go anywhere. This is the E-League Summer Series Invitational.
That's what I'm talking about. In alpha mill. Everybody, one shot! No, bro!
I want that trophy! Yo, he's running home. Yo, how was that one map, bro? How was that one map, buddy? How was that one map? Let me put my belongings back on.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Baby.
Hit it.